So I know a lot of people. So Dwight York has been. I wouldn't say that Dwight York is fired. Would we say that Dwight York and the Trinidad FA, they basically cut ties? We thought that Dwight York would have been one for the future with the Trini national team. Unfortunately, um, they seem to go want to go in the different direction. Will they go for? I think this time Trinidad potentially goes for a high level coach. I think Trinidad goes for a high level coach this time. I think Dwight York kind of laid the groundwork for them now. They saw what they were missing and what they need to do now to potentially get over the line. But Dwight York, the Jamaican Reggae Boys, their squad should be getting released very soon. I know a lot of people were expecting the squad over the weekend. I just don't know where that information came from. I honestly don't know where that information came from. I just heard all of a sudden that the squad is gonna be out and people were getting excited. People calling me, asking me JT when is the squad. But yeah, there's a lot happening in the space. We saw the U20 boys as well. They performed very well. Massive free kick there from Howell. But I'm quite surprised that Trinidad let go of Dwight York. I don't know maybe Dwight York wants to take on a bigger challenge as well. I think he might have feel like to rebuild in Trinidad is gonna take a long time. Yeah, yeah.
Hello, JT.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so you let go Dwight York there.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Good evening to the panel. Boy, as Trinidadian fans, we sad, we disappointed, and Mr. York didn't want to leave the program. He had, in his press statement, he said that he was all his intentions was to continue the rebuilding program, and you know, but they had differences that couldn't be settled. He and the TTFA. And the thing is, it's always finance and funds with these kind of things.
Hmm.
So they were saying that his salary was something like 30,000 US a month,
Hmm.
and people were bringing up that's a huge amount. But York's salary was fit by the government up to now.
Hmm.
If he was to be renewed, there was probably no promise from the government, and the TPFA wasn't able or willing to fit that bill of 50,000 with Mr. York. That is what the TTFA is trying to allude at now. But
Hmm.
us fans, we saw the progress Mr. York was doing, and these kinds of things, you guys
So
are
do
going
you
through it
think
as well. When you lose a coach
do they
like
go
that,
for
that's
what did they do now? They go for a massive
They
head
they they
head
they
coach.
they they put an interim coach, the same guy that has been interim for like assistant coach, and then these coaches get fired, and he's there. I don't well, I don't know. He'd probably put there on behalf of the TTFA because I don't know. JT is it's really disappointing. What the TTFA had done there. Because all indications prior to this was that they were willing and they were having a positive dialogue when it comes to York's contract and the program at Trinidad football forward, you know. But
Hmm.
the federation obviously had other things, and they came up with this decision a while ago. But
Okay.
this guy, Derek King, we have some games coming up. He was the interim to Mr. Eve prior to Mr. York. Now he was
What's his coaching? What's
he's
his
eating
coaching
again.
experience? What's his experience?
Yeah. He, I think he has won. He's trained some youth teams. I think he has trained some pro league teams, but
Hmm.
there's nothing, no international. You know, no, 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 no. You can't compare him to Mr. York. You can't even compare him to Mr. Eve. You know,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. But they are saying this interim coach situation should be clarified by the ending of March after the FIFA League,
Hmm.
the friendlies that we have in March. So they were saying that then they would clarify better and give us the possible candidate or name a possible new head coach. But JT, I'm that I feel they might keep this guy King because he's very good with the executive of the TTFA. So probably they're giving him the shot. If he gets 2 draws in these games or a draw and a loss, they could justify that. But he's gelling the team and blah blah blah, and he remains there for the Nation League. Yeah, because these guys are no different from you guys. Caribbean brothers.
Yeah, it's the same set of problem you have going on down there.
Same problem, bro. I thought we were a little bit luckier than you guys that we had York and the TTFA had seen the value of York and the future that he probably could have brought to the team, this modern form of coaching and whatnot. But we're going back to square one, bro. We're going back to square one.
Yeah, but you guys
real quick,
go ahead.
we can't access the live chat. So I don't know
Yeah,
if you
the
know
live
that.
chat is not working on YouTube, bro.
Okay, so I just wanted to
Yeah.
to know if you know.
The live chat for some reason is off. That's crazy. Because I'm looking at the live chat right now and I'm not finding it. So yeah, we just have to continue. People have to just listen without the live chat. We don't know what's happening, people. Any new names buzzing around the coaching job?
Tapa.
Tapa?
No, I'm just the way the TTFA, the executive is moving, the way the president is moving, he's keeping all the cards close to his hand. It's just, But I wouldn't be you if this interim coach King. We have 2 games coming up, right? We have 3 games. We have Bolivia with mostly a local-based team because that's outside of the FIFA window. And this upcoming match window, we have games against Gabon and Venezuela, I believe. And if he strings a draw and a loss, next thing this guy is the guy for Nations League in September. I'm telling you, JT, it's the same Third World Banana Republic Federation thing going on. The same. Horrible, man. It's horrible.
So you guys have another Banana Republic coach. T-Gut, what says you? The Jamaica Reggae Boyz squad supposed to be out. I know you guys must be in frenzy. For the squad.
Good evening, everybody on the chat, and good evening, everybody watching the live stream. I thought you have the 26 man. That's why I run in. I thought you had something new to tell me. You said the 26 man. If I read the title, you said the 26 man is out and Rudolph Speid confirmed. So I get all excited.
No, so what?
You understand?
I was gonna do a Q&A where I take some questions from to see I could maybe give the fans some hints of some of the players, but now the live chat is not working.
Oh, your live chat is not working?
Well, yeah, it's just like the live chat is just off on YouTube. YouTube blacked out the other night, one of these nights.
Okay. So what's new? You understand? To know the game is just around the corner.
Yeah.
You understand? We haven't heard squeak. All we hear in the news that 2 players was confirmed and 3 other more have passed, but they didn't give any name. They just give 2 names, Clark and Brooks. So 3.
The live chat is not working because the content you said it has made that kid content. That's the reason why live chat is not working.
Okay.
Bro, my thing is never said that.
When you go on the live stream and you go on like notification, it said as kid content. If you make it as kid content, that's the way the live chat is
Oh my god. Yeah, it's there, bro.
Yo, but the man said never said it like that before.
Bro,
it do happen. He can turn it off.
He's right. It's on it now. He's saying that.
Yeah, so you can turn it off.
Good catch,
Yeah,
Papa.
so you can turn it off and restart the live or fix the settings so you can have the whole entire chat with live chat come back in.
Good catch.
Yeah, because I say what happened. So yeah, one button did it if you're because usually it's never on. So it look like you press something. It's supposed to get fixed then. No.
No, but they say you have to restart the show.
No, man, you don't have to restart it.
You don't have to restart it?
Let me check.
Okay.
It's still come up, bro.
So
So you come up there now. You come up now.
Come up, man.
Come up now.
Yeah. Yeah, so Alex, who are those players? Because you are one of those people beeping around looking for players, you
Alex,
know.
Alex, I believe. Alex,
Yeah.
let me hear what go on now. Tell me the other three. Give me the other three names.
Me only know two names.
Everybody know
Efren.
two.
Yeah,
Go
only
on know
two
the
we know.
three. No, go on know the three. Everybody know that. You
The
understand? The
three,
star, the cleaner, the observer. The one everybody know that know them two them. Go on know the three. The mystery tree. That
the
more I know.
mystery. Oh
Yeah.
boy. One of them I can't call a name on the internet. I break the internet. One of them name can't get called on the internet.
Okay, so give me the mystery two then.
Yeah, I don't know. It look like we lost Alex. It look like we lost Alex. Yeah, I think Alex. Crispy, you there? Wayne, you there? You guys?
Yeah, yeah. I want to just comment momentarily on the whole Dwight York thing. It frustrates me when the federations complain about coach's salary, and then they go and get a foreign coach and pay the foreign coach even more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we saw how Whitmore was dealt a difficult hand payment wise and salary wise by the JFF.
Mm-hmm.
His salary was public, and a foreign coach came in, and the foreign coach's salaries are private, and they get more leeway than a Whitmore. And I think Dwight York might be suffering from that local issue.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, but I don't think Trinidad. Big up yourself, J. Ross. Now we can see the comment section. Blessings to King 76. Yeah, I thought that Dwight York would have been the man for the future. To build your a young team around now. Dwight York would have known every single player. I don't think it's a good move to change him now, but you see me? They have to know. Trinidad, and it's a tough thing, you know, when your program. It's a tough thing when you lose out. Because Trinidad had a good team, yeah.
JT, this is similar to what they did in 2015 with Stephen Hart.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the last time we had a decent FIFA ranking, and we were playing, you know, head to head with teams like Mexico and Panama.
And Curacao lost their coach as well, right?
Yeah, and after they had a similar move with Hart, you know, they just pulled this out. Well, okay, up to the program, and we have a different direction we're looking at. And they fired Hart, and then you had that decline from 2015 till, you know.
I bet you Trinidad is going to pay some big money.
This is a big step back.
I bet they're going to pay some big money for a head coach.
Trinidad.
I bet Trinidad is going to pay some big money for a head coach. Leader, you think Trinidad should have fired Dwight York, leader? Leader, you there? You're muted. You think Dwight York, Trinidad should...
Give me a minute. Give me a minute here. That's really the kitchen now.
Yeah, Wayne, I don't know, Blue Mountain, you think that was a good move by Trinidad letting go of Dwight York?
Letting go of what?
Dwight York.
Yes. Why not? You have to look here, at the end of each cycle, you have to let go to go forward. Look here. You know, when I said things, as bad as thing has been with Jamaica, you know, you have to remember that Trinidad was right up there and they qualified after us. Right? And they had more. Trinidad used to dominate players in all over the world, you know. But I think one of the problems with Trinidad now is the whole Jack Warner thing and everything. And I think it has affected them a lot. At this stage, they need to find their footing. It looks they need to find their footing and go on. I don't think Dwight York keeping him at this stage, unless they had the idea to, because they have to start building now. Mm-hmm. It would have been good to have him going back into the next cycle to really give him a chance but it might even be a money thing also. So I don't know.
Leader, the U20 boys,
Well,
I think
well,
we
well,
need. I think
just to compare, they said that the avocado from Curacao, his salary is 9,000 US a month. You know that the comparison, the TTFA and all was showing out that he's actually a very expensive coach. You know.
But I want to say, leader, I think that U20 team need at least 5 more quality players if they're gonna get past the next round.
U20 that just went to the next round.
Yeah, I think so. They're going when
Yeah, they need about okay. So what they need, I think probably I wouldn't say just 5. My thing would be to really, because where you going now, the section of the competition that you're going, you're going to need to have a strong core. So I would bring in about 5 or so.
Yeah.
But there are a number of players, out there that have the documents now that will be, I think, coming in. The basic thing is to get them in as early as possible.
Seymour comes in, right?
Yeah, man, definitely. Because speaking to the coach at one stage, I remember he mentioned, because Seymour was a little anxious at one stage that he didn't get called to training. And I think one of his handlers had reached out to me. And when I spoke to the coach, the first thing the coach said, but Seymour is a senior player. He doesn't have anything to worry about. Even though we knew that part of the thing was that they wouldn't be allowing him to, come because it wasn't a international window. But for the next section, it's an international, I think, is it during the window or is it just during the break? I'm trying to remember that now. I think isn't it just during the break, right?
Yeah, because the team need bolstering. I think they need a fire winger and they need somebody else in that attacking midfield role too.
So I know for a fact that they are definitely going for some players with some serious quality that weren't available but will be available coming up. So I think
because leader, I'm not for pulling up.
Leader, can I ask this question?
I'm not for
hold on
pulling
there,
up the whole team,
JT, hold on there. Can I ask Leader this question? Yesterday going for some player with some real quality. Is Che Gardner one of the players that they're going for? That guy will play for Stockport. Maybe
I don't know. I think they would have him in the mix, yes. I wouldn't say no. But what I can also say is that they have a lot of players playing in some much higher leagues that have gotten their documents. So I can say is that, sorry?
Dan Trey? You think Trey Gardner would have made the final
player?
Okay. There's nothing wrong with Trey, Yeah. What I'm just saying, I know that. Okay, let me put it this way. What level is he playing at now? Is it what is it? 3rd division or something like that?
He's playing for Stockport senior team, and I think he's playing for the under 21.
Is that what division is that? What division is that?
The main thing is the senior team. So he's playing.
He play like the French game like the FA Cup.
I know. So listen now.
And sometime in the league.
If you have a player coming from, say, Premier League 2, right? I'm just using that as a little example. I'm not saying that there is any. You have say they're going to bring in 6 players, and you had 6 players coming from Premier League 2, probably in that equivalent there. What do you think? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. What do you say? If you have a player coming from where?
Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Leader, we're hearing you.
Yeah, I'm asking you. What do you think if you're getting players coming from that level there? What do you think? What would you do?
No, but even if you get player from that level, all right, say you're getting player from that level, there are still players on the team that are still not playing the level as what Trey is playing.
But hold on. You're not getting what I'm saying,
What I'm saying to you, fine, you're getting players from a higher level. But I'm saying to you there are still players that were in this 26 who will just play
There were
and qualify
26
for the next
players.
round
Hold on there. There
are
were
not
26
playing the
players.
level of the
Hold on
players
there. Hold
playing.
on. No, 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 no. I don't want you to say something that's false. There were 26 players.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just giving out a number.
No, but don't use.
But
Don't. Hold on now.
any amount of any
Don't
amount
say
of
a
number
false
that hold
figure.
on.
When
Hold
hold
on,
on. Listen.
All right,
Listen.
fine.
No. Listen.
All right, hold
Listen.
on. Yeah,
Do
yeah,
not
yeah.
say
Hold on,
something
leader.
because that makes it look like you have a number of
leader. No,
spaces.
leader. You go hold on fast, pan whatever. Pan. All right, I'm saying the squad that play and qualify for the next round. Any amount of person that was on that squad, I'm telling you that people on that squad are not on the level as Trey Gardner. You might get players that come in at higher level, but Trey Gardner is much higher than those players.
What? Hold on.
90% of
Okay.
those
So what I'm
players.
going to ask you now. Listen, what I'm
Go
asking
ahead.
you. Hold on there now. If we have players from say Premier League to whatever, okay, you're going to say that they are not they are not at the level of Che. They are not higher than Che Gardner. Then that's what you're saying, right?
Now I am saying you are saying they're not. You're saying you're getting higher level
No,
coming
that's
in,
what you
and I
just
said,
said.
hold on, no. You are saying that there are higher levels coming in, and I said, fine, that are higher than Trey. But I'm saying, putting it to you, fine, you get those higher playing in. But I'm saying to you that this team that qualified a while ago and players that are on it, Trey Gardner is more a higher quality than them. Am I wrong?
I don't know. Listen now.
Oh, you don't know.
Which
So the
players?
guys
Okay,
that
so
are at
listen
Mount
now.
Pleasant, hold
Hold
on.
on.
The guys that who play for Cavaliers and Mount Pleasant and all those clubs, they are in a higher league than Trey Gardner. That's what
Can
you're
I answer
telling
that
us
now? That's a
on the
simple
panel.
answer. Can I
Yeah, go
answer
ahead.
that? Hold on.
Yeah, go
That's a
ahead.
simple answer. Because what you are looking at, what was the starting players? How many of those players that okay? I think there are about 6 players from some top clubs there, right? Started, right? Regularly. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hello?
Yeah, we're
No, go
Hello?
ahead. We're
Yeah,
listening.
continue leader,
No, I'm
continue
just
leader.
saying. So there are about 6 players, at least 6 players there, right? That are from say top teams wherever, okay? So listen now. I'm gonna say this now. So and you called names of some players that
No, I
I
didn't
think
call
most
any
of them
names. I
were
called
on
club.
the bench.
No. I didn't
Listen
call any names. Get
carefully.
it correct. Since you're holding
No,
other
you
part,
mentioned
I
some
called club.
teams. No, you
Yeah, I
called
called club.
clubs, and I can tell you. Hold
Yeah,
on. Let's make it simple. Two,
yeah.
2 or 4 players that are the bench. So I would imagine that once the first ones that would go would be the players on the bench, because the first thing you're going to try to do is keep the core, because they have an understanding, they have played a number of matches, so you have the core. So when you're going to add to the core, the only way you're going to add to the core, right, is to bring in players, and the first players that would go would be the ones on the bench. Doesn't that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay.
yeah. I
So
think
if you
so.
take out the players from the bench, right, maybe you'll have some of those that would be starting that would be relegated to the bench now, because you want to try to keep your starting 11
Yes, leader.
intact. So
Hmm.
what would happen is that, say you bring in groups, I use six or 7 new players, right? Okay, say you bring in 6 new players. So what would happen is, away, say 5 or so would be going to the bench,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. And
right? You strengthen the thing, and you keep the core, at least a core part of that team intact. Because I don't know if I realize Tigat, you don't know much about building a team. If you bring 11 great players together, right? Let me use this as an example. Have you heard in the past, sometimes in the past, where Craig Butler used to say, "Hey, I used to have my Phoenix youngsters, and they went out there and they played against, say, a Waterhouse or Arnett, and they beat them up, and they won." But you know, honestly, in a one-off thing, sometimes those things can happen because they have chemistry playing together for a while. So what we have is that we have a team, right, that has a number of matches now. Do you think it's what do you think? You think hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. I want you to answer. No, let me finish. If we bring 11 brand new players, no, listen to me first. No, let me finish this. Let me finish the point. No, but let me finish the point. No, listen. If you bring 11 brand new players and you take out the entire team, do you think the team is going to do as well?
No, but I'm saying, how you going to take out the brand? Who you going to take out?
No, but I'm just giving you a thing. Hold on. I'm going to bring. No, listen to what I'm bringing now. I'm going to bring an entire 11 from the Premier League.
I asked you about one player, and you're saying a brand new team.
No, but listen what I said. I also said I don't. I said that I'm sure they'd look at him, but I'm just saying also that I know that there are a number of players from higher leagues, right? Higher quality that might be coming in that might make it very competitive. But you don't want to hear that.
Is right though. You look suspect, because I'm sure if it was another player T got name, you would carry him go around the world. So just because it's a specific player, why you carrying T got all around the world and that? Man, after about one player.
It's another point.
Ask about. Are you reach a new squad or all of this? You look suspect. What wrong with you? If you don't good, just say don't good.
Hold on. Hold on. Listen.
Players that are coming in.
All I can say is that there are a number of players. I will say it again. There are a number of players from higher leagues coming in. So I don't know.
Hold on. Okay, fine. That's it. Fine. Yeah. Go ahead, Bisa. Go ahead.
Yeah, fine. That's it. If that is the case, if you think players are at the higher level are coming in and he probably will be surplus to requirements, that's fine. The only point he got was making that there are still players who would be, if you add that 6, there are still players who are in the squad who is playing at the higher level, and the squad.
Hold on there. No. Hold on. You're still not getting it. How is that going to be possible? No. Hold on. Listen. You have okay. I don't have how much made up the squad in front of me here, right? But one of the things I'm saying again, right? I'm going to say it again. Okay? Is that if you bring in 7 players from PL2, do you think we're keeping the players that were on the bench? Wouldn't they want some of the starters go to the bench? Doesn't that make sense? I'm just saying no. So what you are trying to say, no, listen. What you want, no, listen, no.
How much players were in the squad?
I don't know. What was it? 20? Was that 20-man squad? That's what it normally is.
20 for you 20, okay.
Yeah, so it's 20. So 20 players. So we keep the 11, right? Okay. I'm figuring, say, I think there were 3 goalkeepers, right? Because that's what they normally have now. So out of the 9, right, you would have 2 goalkeepers. I don't know if we're going to find any players. I don't know of any in the dashboard that might be in that thing there. So out of the, what's that now? 9, there are 7 spots left. So if we bring in 7, I'm saying 6 or 7 PL2 players or whatever, I would imagine that probably 7 of those players on the bench might slip out. And some of those that were starting would go to the bench. Much stronger team.
Leader, I think you keep the kid Nolan and basically drop the rest of kids who are just gonna be on the bench, because you need players who can help you right now.
But that's what I'm saying. I just said that.
Yeah,
I said that clearly. I said that clearly.
You have to clear the bench. You have to clear the bench.
Bring in the stronger players, right? Keep the ones. I don't even know if Nolan will be able to start.
Good evening, everybody. Can I get to talk, please?
Yeah, go ahead, Chucky, boss.
Yeah, man, I'm tired of you, because guess what, I listen to mash up the national team, we don't know overseas madness, and then you want to mash up the under 20, we don't know madness about bringing player. The man them got through the tournament and scored much 29 goals, conceive 0 goal. You think you take chicken for do that? And here on this program and talk about bringing overseas player?
Look at the teams that they play.
So the local player them never get the opportunity where the overseas player them get. Why most of travel go overseas? Because I look at opportunity, bro. Bro, no can't. This a boss local youth them with bring the under 20. Go so far and then you know what go replace the youth them with 7 overseas player. How the guys crazy. Something better. Something wrong with the brain, brother.
Talking boss.
On the
Let me
right
just
and
say
the
something here.
politician,
Hold on,
brother.
Talking boss.
You know,
Hold on.
brother, on the 10 times
scenario.
less than the politician in Jamaica. That tells me if we don't get the same opportunity where the politician and them get. Jamaica.
Talking boss. The scenario I just gave it did not say that.
There's no scenario. The youth them play a good football so far. Why in this world?
So,
It is up for debate. You need to bring in overseas player. But think about that. One of your mindset as some old-time people where them just know say so life go and them not decide say them need to change. The overseas player code for Jamaica from what Michail George and you still have your mindset say overseas player this.
Talking boss. Let me say something here now. I'm not putting a scenario where overseas versus foreign. All I said is that the team, if you look at the last match that we played, honestly, it did show level and it's
so a lot of our weakness. So a lot of our weakness.
So what do you think? You think so the youth them are gonna go out there and blank every team 6-0 or 5-0?
No,
if football is the right so or the youth them keep a clean sheet, that's why important.
Chucking boss, who are we playing next? Chucking boss, who are we playing next?
Under 20 youth right now with some class where you have to come in this team. You think so a 2-man or 3-man flashiness are gonna make this team better? Is that more team chemistry? Now if you drop 7 local youth what the team already used to, you know what y'all do?
Hold on, Chucking
boss right now about players on the bench, brother.
Look at it here. Hold on,
no wonder why the national team can't go away.
You notice what I said? I said that, hold on, Chucking boss, there's no way, I'm going to tell you, practically, you cannot go into the next round with the exact same 11. Okay, that's the first thing I said.
Says so you need to you. And you look at the mindset what you have. And the brain what you have. They under 17 do it without overseas player. Why not this?
It's a different tournament.
Because your brain I tell you so they can't do it.
No,
and the same thing with the national team. I bet you the local player them if them get the same opportunity when majority of the overseas player them get, they would take us to the World Cup. Qualify. We would in this position right now because guess what? You guys give the overseas player them all the praises in the world and they don't give the same opportunity to the local player.
Chucking boss, I'm saying that the local players
hold on, man, hold on.
Would definitely be. I'm just saying. I just said. Okay, hold on, Chucking boss. The team was there, wasn't it about 50-50 local and overseas? I'm just trying to remember something here. The team that played.
I can't recall about 2 local player in the team. I'm saying the best talent and shot. I guarantee you many of these overseas players, if they come and play the local Premier League tomorrow morning, this is just an average player. They're not good. I guarantee most of them don't have a good technique. Most of the players them where you banking on, they do not have a good technique to play at the highest international level. They do not.
I'm going to ask you something. Hold on, listen to me now. I'm going to ask you something. Wasn't it like a 50-50 split of players there that made the team do well?
Listen, we feel numerous occasions by hyping up some overseas player. Now it's time for we go back to the grassroots level and focus the program.
Fucking boss. Answer the question when the man asks you and stop going on about.
Chucking boss, what happened to your mic, Chucking boss? You mute yourself.
So just answer the question when leader asks you. Please, Chucking boss. Yeah. Go ahead now.
Look like he mute himself. Chucking boss.
Chucking boss. Well, let me ask you answer Chucking boss. Can me what they attack? Chucking boss, you have put context when it consider U17 and U20. U17, the top team them in each U17 is more easier to qualify go to the World Cup. But in the last run, Chucking Boss,
Yeah.
if you go with the same starting lineup or same 11, and you don't include players to improve your squad, you're gonna get beaten, Chucking Boss. Because majority of the USA youth will get called. Them a play MLS right now, especially in the New York Red Bull team. You have Julian Hall. Yeah, one other one will score the goal for Real Salt Lake the other day. So all of them players there,
Hold on. Let me say a thing there. Hold on. Let me say a thing there. That also you guys don't look at still. You see the MLS players. You might very well not have the MLS, but you will have the players them from England, etc. all over. That will be there because one of the things why I don't think the USA, because I've seen it already where the MLS clubs sometimes hold back the players from representing the USA at under 20 level because it's not an international window, and it's something. Even when the actual competition is there, they have stopped the players. That's a fact. So what I'd say is my fear is the players not in the MLS, but the players that are going to be coming from much higher leagues all over, right? So all I'm saying is that maybe I'm expecting that they would put on some pressure because there were some guys that went out and they had their chance, they didn't do as well. Whether they are local or overseas, I don't business with that. All I want to see is the best team out there.
Yeah, but
so I
think leader.
Remember the last game, the last time we played, like what, 2 years ago, we get out some 15 love and 16 love.
Hold on
the local player.
No, hold on. Don't say that either. It wasn't only local players. There were overseas players there too, so don't use that either. That problem probably was about organization at the time, so don't use that.
Yeah, but we were trying to get out there so Chucking Boss can understand. Chucking Boss, we get it. These guys, the competition is two different competition. The U17, you beat up everybody in your group. The first round, you gone a World Cup. Because it's a every year thing. They made that World Cup a bit more accessible.
It's easier. The amount of spots, you only have to win 3 matches
to go.
And you basically none of the chances that you're going to get a big team is very we got one of the bigger teams, fairly bigger teams, and that's it. It's easier to qualify.
It happened that you just said it easier. The last World Cup qualified with the national team, it was so easy for everybody for this team to qualify, but yet they did not qualify. So a team can look easy to qualify on paper, but if you do not go here and get the job done, you're not going to qualify. It's that simple. You have to have a good team chemistry to go out here and put the ball on the ground and play some good.
Chucking Boss, we want if you look at the
work. Because
Boss,
the
look
amount
at the
of teams that qualify
brother.
from under 17 and the format, it's right now. I can tell you, I can predict the future. We're going to qualify next year easy because we are now seeded. So we're not going to get any bigger team than us. You understand? Unless Canada might drop back in our zone. But they say, we're not. We are now a seeded team. You understand? So it's so much easier with under 17 to go to that next level. It's not that hard.
Chucking Boss, what you need to understand is two different competition, brother. There's no second round in the U17. Once you win your group, you're gone through. Now, Jamaica will get tossed in the pile with the USA and the Canadas and those bigger countries who are calling on their top players. These youngsters can't do it by themselves, though.
It's a Taylor. Just tell Chucking Boss if you go in the next round within chemistry and see where they end up.
Yeah, I think Chucking Boss they pass some hope and
by the way,
brother.
Hold on. Explain to Chucking Boss too, that there were about 6 overseas players that played in that team, right? They didn't really train that much with the team there. So I'm trying to understand what is he saying then? Why did we use them?
Nolan just come in at the last camp.
Nolan just come in, all of them. You can't call Nolan. Nolan is overseas. Look here, I'm just saying, most of those youngsters, they didn't get that many sessions with the team in that at under 17. It's easier to do that at under 17.
The one European player was the right back from PSV Eindhoven. And he looked like a class player.
And he looked like class.
Yeah, he whipped some dangerous balls into the box in that first half.
How much can be meant to? If you know.
I think honestly, I think that might have very well have been one of his first or second, if anything. Camp. He wasn't able. Listen, a lot of them outside of the players from USA, most of the players never really get a chance, So you have to understand, they don't never really get that amount of time out there to get in the camps.
And
So
have you likes of you today playing a Germany, Michail great too. I think he was born in Jamaica but played in Germany with Union Berlin. I think he never get invited to the camp neither.
Some of them is not just invited, It's one of the things is that you have to remember again, teams is not that easy to get some of those players. You understand? At that stage. You
right, and
understand?
then the financial backing where the federation have is not so strong. So some of these players have to pay them way to come to the tryouts.
Yeah. So I think Chucking Boss. We would have go with all local players if the competition did set up like the U17, my brother. Even though you see Jamaica scored all of them goal there, you see that Puerto Rico game. It to show you how things are gonna tighten up now. We're gonna go against like the US them and them top team there. And them a draw for the best youth players from around the world. We need, you hear
The
what me say?
best professional
Professional
youth
youth players. And
players.
you hear what me did actually say? No, if Chucking Boss, me say, no, me say, I think we need to bring in 5 players. You clear the bench. Why having kids on the bench who are not gonna play already? Anyways, why don't you bring in 5 players who are
By the way, let me
proven
say one thing.
somewhere else?
Let me say
That
one
makes sense.
thing.
You
By the way,
clear
let
the
me say
bench,
one
brother.
thing. Hold on, let me
Can
say
I
one thing that a lot of
can
people
I,
don't know. Hold on now. Look here, there is also another under 20 tournament on at the same time. The CSE games will be on at the exact
Mm.
same time, and well, some of those players that you might see get dropped are going to have to go into that team.
Yeah,
So don't
yeah.
worry about it.
Yeah,
You
we
understand? A
have
lot of
game for
people don't
them.
even know that CSE games, you got to check the date. It's right around the same period.
Yeah, and as we would
Okay?
say in Jamaica
So
leaders, we'd have say, clear the bench, brother. Clear the bench. If you're not play ball, clear the bench. Why you gonna carry a bunch of bench players
Afternoon.
where you can go and recruit around the world for at least 5 more under 20 anywhere them come from, and you keep the core of the team. That's what I asked for, and I said 5 more players to bolster the positions where Jamaica can. We want to see the kids see more coming because I think they do need a striker. I think they need another effective winger and maybe one of the centre backs and somebody in the middle. I like Dennis, but I think and I like the kid there from Chapperton Maroon. I'm not sure, yeah, from Craig Butler team, but he makes a lot of mistakes as well, and he needs to be stronger. But there's some bright signs on the team, but they need bolstering, bro. If they're gonna take on the next top teams, they need at least 5 quality players because the US is drawing for quality players. We can't pretend like
Afternoon.
yeah, little but we tell our now go work next round, brother.
can I say something here? And
Afternoon.
Yeah, man.
I
Chris
want
Crispy
to
was
say
waiting
something
for
for
a
a
while.
while.
So after Crispy, yeah, go ahead, Crispy.
The whole developmental argument is being put to a test right now, because if the lower levels under 17 or whatever, it's a development, and a player is coming up to the ranks and that player is dropped for a better player to come in, then that player is not going to be fully developed, right?
So that everybody can get developed. You don't know that already.
But again, I am totally on board with what you're saying. This is my policy, but I'm just saying if a player, if the lower league is for development and no overseas player must be brought in, that a player shows signs at the under 17 level, and then when it comes to the under 20, that player is replaced with a player who is assumed to be of a better
But
quality.
Crispy, that's how football
That's
is.
the development
No,
is gonna
Crispy,
stop
but
at
that's
under
how
17.
Crispy. This is how football is. There's kids that I played football with who was ahead of me when we play like U12. I guess when me reach a 16, you're better than some of those same players. And if your game no carry on, some of them same players they can be better than you by 20. That's how football is, brother. When you're going through the ranks, people are
I
gonna
know,
pass.
but you guys are saying, hold on,
You need competition to improve.
you guys are saying again, what you guys are saying. This is my policy at every level. I don't care where the players are from, but using developmental argument that you guys put forth at the lower level regarding why no overseas player must come in. I am saying if the
players who are coming up for developmental reasons.
So
I can't finish. I can't finish. If a player is being developed coming up in the under 17, and when it's time for the under 20 to be picked, that player is replaced with a player who is assumed to be better than overseas, then what was all that development about?
Hold on. Let me say something here. Let me say something. Listen now. I don't know how many of you have played football in school, right? But listen, if you play at Pepsi 8, say under 14 in Jamaica, and then you play all the way up to Manning Cup, the boys that you see under 19 Manning Cup, you don't realize that it's not the exact same team. The team changes a lot. Maybe you might have one or two people. You have never really had a situation where a team at under 14, all of the players transition up to under 19. It doesn't happen.
Them don't understand that.
That's not the argument you guys are making. You guys are identifying positions and replacing those players for players who are better. And because you guys are saying, okay, these players are better because they're playing in Europe or America or whatnot, right? So if players are always going to be better, then the players who were quote unquote developed, where the JFF restrict overseas players from coming in just to have the development at the lower level, those players are never going to get to the under 20.
Will be starting, you know. Nobody says that. No. Don't say that either.
I am not, again, I am for the best player at every level, irrespective of where they're from, but there's a flaw, and if the JFF is going to be spending money on development, which I think the JFF should not do, I continue to ask, where would the return on that investment be? You know, because, okay, so you have a team at the end of 17, okay, locally, and say 8 of those players are replaced when that cohort is coming up to the under 20. What was all of that for? What was it for? What was development for?
Hold on, no, let me say something here now. Hold on. Do you know that the JFF has a standard? So a lot of people are asking, hey, I did see this youngster that played schoolboy football in the team, etc. The JFF has a standard that if local players are going to come in, they have to be playing at a certain level, meaning at, say, the Premier League. Okay? So they have standards that they work with. It's not just any player. You understand? So you have to understand what he's saying. So it's not just development for development's sake. You understand?
I don't know what Crispy is saying. It's just like,
yeah, but Crispy, at the under 17 level, the argument is that there should be no overseas players brought in at those lower levels for development.
And where you get that from? Nobody said that. That is what I said. Nobody said that. Nobody said that.
Come on,
nobody said
that. It has been said. It has been said on this program many times.
In the under 17 for the last 2 years. That's rubbish.
Nobody said no overseas player not to come in. Them said them not the amount them talking about. That is what people said. Nobody said them not to bring in.
Come on.
Where you get that from?
Come on. That's tomato and tomato. It does make a difference. How do you decide the amount?
The JFF rule says they give a set amount, and then if the coach wants more, he just makes a case for it and he gets more. So a lot of the teams for the past couple of years have had more than.
Because the gentleman chucking boss that came up and he was adamant regarding local players, I was going to add to what he's saying, and because the argument that he was putting forth was the same argument that was made on another episode of the podcast. So he was shocked when the whole local argument for the under 20 is now being put aside.
I never hear no podcast where anybody say them don't want no overseas
We
player
never hear
in
that
no
yet.
youth
We never
team.
hear that yet,
Nobody say
bro.
that.
We never hear that neither.
The other day, what was the big uproar on the program for them? It was a local argument at the under 17 level.
But bro, you're mixing up the under
I
17.
was
Listen,
argument,
Crispy, the under
and I was
17 is
making
different from the under 20, brother.
yes,
You're mixing up two things.
yeah,
Bro.
but yes, no, JT. But what I'm saying is that
Listen,
the under
Crispy, let
17
me give you what we said on the show, and this is we stick by it. The under 17 stays for the development in and around in Jamaica. We're gonna have players in the US and those local closer diaspora who wants to join up with the team. Yes, but at the under 20 level, that's where you're almost building a senior team. So the recruitment has to be a little bit different. And then your transitions, the one from U17, that action. Crispy, your background, we have to mute your background. Yeah. And what we do is at the under 20 now, you transition the few from the U17 that actually has made that jump. And sometime out of all 20 of them, it's probably going to be 2 or 3 who makes that jump. But your under 20 team know how football is. You have to recruit like it's a national team because those are the players who are up next. It's not just there for a developmental sake. That's why we said we want this under 17 program to stay with majority Jamaican local kids getting that opportunity. And then the few from the diaspora who are exceptional, and it's going to help Jamaica, you bring them in. But we don't see the sense of flying in kids from all over the world to come play U17 for Jamaica. And it's easier to qualify. I stick by that. But the U20...
That was the program.
Yeah, that was what we were talking about.
Nobody did said you don't no overseas if you come in the under 17. Nobody said nothing. But Crispy like go to the extreme, you know. Him like go to the extreme. But anyway.
Okay, fine.
With Chucking Bass now. Chucking Bass. Me, I one of the person you don't know. So me's a man when me talk and me always take up the local and them stuff there. But you see the under 20 team, I watched the game them and I said I want to see the Puerto Rico. When them swamp the other team, them
that was your marking game, right?
Yes, and I said I'm gonna wait till when I see them cause the Puerto Rico them wasn't losing any game too. So I said all right when we and them meet now we'll see. And there's some go and judge the team.
Mr. United. The squad hasn't been released yet.
To be frank, the under 20 needs some help. But now I say it's a wholesale change, you know. I'm not talking about wholesale change.
And hear what I'm saying. May I reason? Listen, Fisherman. I'm gonna give you back your time. No, I'm not like letting anybody else speak till you speak. That's what we were explaining, Fisherman. May I say, if you have all those kids sitting on the bench who's not going to play, how does it hurt you to go and get 5 players who can help you now? Even if you're not coming as starters, you know, you're keeping your core. But you come clean the bench with 5 players who give you something else. Then go off this Jamaican pride, brother, and say, yo, the local youths, them can we go to them beat Cayman and them thing there. Bro, the Puerto Rico game was a tight game. And that's just a little warm up for where we going next. We need cutting edge players now to add to that. Continue, Fisherman.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying because as I say, I was watching the game and again I think them the coaching staff and both mostly the players after them get the goal, I think them decide to sit back. I think them decide to sit back and you know the Puerto Rican team have to come because it's them want to win anyway, you know. But I still watching the game and I realize this not gonna cut it in the next round.
Thank you, sir.
We're not gonna cut it in the next round. If we carry all of these players and don't get reinforcement, we're not gonna cut it in the next round. Yeah. And the next one gonna be very
something about the game.
So
I think Jamaica had a 70-30 possession in the first half, you know. And the second half, it returned. I think they get like 51 to Jamaica 49.
Yeah, man, but Coco, we not. Coco, we not gonna go back there. So we're gonna stay on. So Chucking Bass, so here.
Hold on there. Chucking Bass. Yeah. And even if you watch the game, take out the Puerto Rico game.
the games that they played before, and the amount of chance they squander. That for sure you say something. If them that play a better team, they only get it.
Yeah.
The amount of, when them top at 6 and something, they could have beat 12 and 14 if they have a clinical striker.
Yeah, first thing that me see, we don't have a striker, bro. And Chucking Bass,
If you're really watching the game, fine, they scored 28, they never concede any. But if you watch the game, they could have scored more because they don't have nobody clinical.
I think Chucking Bass not understand T-God said that the format of the competition is different. The format is not like the U17 Chucking Bass where you win your group stage and you go to the World Cup. See, Jamaica win the group, but now they have a harder ball for roll now for go to the World Cup. This will come like how the real World Cup used to set up, where we play the whole like Caribbean team them and then the top 8 team in a CONCACAF, the Mexico, USA, then we try to qualify for World Cup. Now the U20 is in that scenario, that situation. So that's why we are saying going into that, bro. These youths, you pick the best ones. But you cut the dead weight.
Going forward to qualify too in the under 20 compared to under 17. Under 17 has way more teams qualifying.
Yeah, you have to cut the dead weight now. The kids who are on the bench who showed potential, you can't.
Yeah, but the reason why I'm saying that they didn't have any bench, so when they replace the kids who play the first half, the standard really dropped. So just like you say, you need 5 or 6 better players to join the squad. Yeah. So that was my take on it as well.
Okay, thank you for adding that, Coco. Yeah, that's what we see.
And me not really buy the tiredness thing. The tiredness thing still, you know, I have to remember, say, is a DR part them play, you know. This thing when me hear people come up with this tired and the team not fit, me not really buy it. Because you have to realize that them play one match today and then take rest tomorrow and then go back at the field again. So you have to look on that, you know. Because you have this thing when me hear people that say the team not fit and then tired but you have to make sure you know say people and a robot out there are playing, you know. It's not a robot.
All teams are playing on the same circle.
One good for one, good for y'all. One good for one, good for y'all.
Yeah, so we want people to understand that. So Chucking Bass is not a fight against local players, brother, and change up team. Because I know say I'm not like when teams get change up. But this is, we can see that, you know, it's going to be another disappointment for we again. If we make with pride. Because remember, you know, even the time when Fuzzy had the team in that Jamaica U20 team could have qualified enough. Fuzzy just didn't know how to use the players. He had Tyler Roberts and those kids sitting on the bench. And I was playing some kids, some local boys who he just wanted to play, who wasn't cutting it. Remember, I think even one of this...
Well, I must interject here. Fuzzy is not a good coach. He is not a good coach compared to Rudolph Austin. Austin is a national player.
I think Austin might become
a knowledge about the game more than even Fuzzy. So when it comes down to team chemistry, I just felt like Austin more like going for a team chemistry more than anything else. You can't play football without team chemistry. And if anyone think that bringing 5 players in under 20 team not gonna mash up the team chemistry, think again. Without team chemistry, you are absolutely disaster.
5 players Chucking Bass and the 5 of them must have started at the same time.
Absolutely, yes. That's what caused team chemistry and team morale to break. I rather go with you guys are talking about the players them. You guys not talking about the players them gradually improve. Sometimes you're gonna get some tough match along the way, but each match I just felt like these players is improving each match, and when they get the tougher team they grind it through.
But Chucking Bass, these players are not gonna play
get the result.
They're not gonna play
the result what they need to qualify for the next round.
Let me ask you something. So what you say? You think in your estimation of the team, you think this same team can go in the next round and qualify for the World Cup?
Absolutely. Once the coach believe in these set of youngsters and have confidence with these set of youngsters and continue to build his team chemistry, have some couple practice match along the way, I absolutely believe wholehearted they can get the job done.
Me love the deal. Me love wouldn't mind all the hard man play and we qualify, you know, but me not gonna be naive still.
Chucking Bass. it's a
Fisherman is not
senior
about yardman
national
or
player.
anything like that, you know. It the under 17 proving to me that
No, but
giving
remember,
these
to the
youngsters
under
the same opportunity where we rely on from fish shift
We
and
need
change up
players,
the
brother.
team and bring in a
yeah,
wholesome
but
set of player from overseas. It does not work. It
yeah,
does
but
not work. What you need
yeah,
to do, develop this team and and believe in the player.
We need players,
Chucking
chucking
boss.
boss.
If a senior player, if a senior national player is available, would you call him? And he has it,
This
and he
is
has to be
has
a
the
national
quality
player.
and we looking for definitely he deserves if he
So
has
you
the
say
quality, why not give him a cup?
Yeah, I'm gonna connect it back. Yeah, chucking boss. Believe that these youngsters can do it. I love how him have hope, but football don't really work like that, guys.
What season already at Jamaica?
I've both of them, you know.
Well, I have kids who are born in the States. I mean, want them to play for Jamaica. Like what you asked that me, and if them better than the Jamaicans, you don't think some of want my kids to play for Jamaica?
Well, it's not about better. You guys always talk about better. Is what if he can come in and fit in properly in the
If you
system
have
that
a
what we have
higher
in place
standard,
right now. If you notice right now, the under 17 they have a look a system that they are playing with. The under 20 they have a system that they are playing with. It's not like okay, the player is exceptional, but if he do not have the necessarily discipline to come and fit right in at that system? Why would I call a player who's not gonna fit in my system?
that's a
well,
Chucking
small
boss.
part,
Let
they're
me ask you
smaller than a
something. Hold
pen.
on, now.
I'm
Hold on. For
I'm
under
not going with the
17,
team. I'm not going with to his overseas players still if he just bring them in, you know. When them are bringing players, the players have to be better than the one them going to replace him with. So me not agree with the thing where you can have some people, you know, just trying to say overseas, you know, just bring them come, you know. Just bring them come. Me not in other part,
Yeah,
me not in
and they
other, me not in other
absolutely
part.
throw away the youngster who's there on the bench. I just feel like those
but
youngsters
hold on.
on the bench, give them a little time and and confident they will get better along the way. If you make 5 changes to the team, regardless
Chucking
of
boss, we
how
don't have
you
time
look
for
at
that,
it and
brother.
think it's not gonna mash up the team
Chucking boss,
chemistry,
we don't
it's
have
absolutely gonna wreck
chucking
this
boss.
team.
There's no time for
Chucking
the
boss.
kids on the bench
At
right
under
now, brother.
17 level, all right? Hold on, at under 17 level, how many times have we qualified for the World Cup? Listen now. How many times have we qualified for the World Cup previously? And how many times did we come within maybe a penalty goal for qualifying at the same under 17 level?
I think it's
Let's
like
ask.
third
Well,
time. I think
this is
it's the
gonna
third
make the
time.
second time under 17
Or the
level.
third.
I think we
Third,
qualify.
third,
No
and
man,
we came
third.
within. Listen,
This is the
we
third
came
time,
within
man.
a penalty.
And this
A
is the
Chucking
third
penalty
time.
boss, I
Oh, this
third
is the
time.
third.
could
My
score.
bad. This is the third time the under 17
And could
qualify,
they have
and
been
the third
scored?
time they qualify is all mostly local based player. So why should
All of the
I
time
even
it
go
was
against that?
almost maybe
And
over
statistic
local
proving
based.
No man, every
overall
time
said
chucking
if
boss,
we
every
go for
time we
local
qualify.
based player,
Chucking
No,
we
boss.
qualify for the World
chucking
Cup.
One,
boss.
one
Every
minute,
time we
chucking boss.
qualify
1 minute.
under 17. And mostly local do it, man.
Hold on, can I say one thing? Rudolph Speid change up a lot of things. The youth them are playing more football together and them have camps. That's why you see them improve and doing so well this trip, the under 17. That's
Well,
what is
big
the
up
big
to
difference
Rudolph
now.
Speed, but it's not Rudolph Speed alone. We have to thank Mount
No,
Pleasant,
well,
Waterhouse. It's a group. We have to thank a
yeah.
lot of JPL, Racing, etc. Chapitan Maroon, etc. They have play a part of it. Every one of them play their part of it. So we have to big up every one of them.
But
No,
chucking
what I
Yeah,
boss,
say is,
agree. Agree.
get them together. Not saying that Capital FC and the rest of them is not doing a good job. But they might get the team together now more often, and that's where we were lacking prior qualifications. The team only come together 1 or 2 weeks before playing. But now they've been playing, I guess, probably every weekend or whatever. So now they're improving, and that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. So now you don't have to bring in much of the foreign-based players where you don't have to bring in because these guys are gelling.
Excellent point. Let's put me in another position there as a coach. I would rather go with team chemistry over a high player and any given day. And I guarantee you, I could use a 11 or 23 man squad with a team chemistry and beat us all studied star 11. Any given day, I will beat them with team chemistry because that's what play football on the day. And if you don't have team chemistry, you just you just like a sitting duck on the field because you don't know what to do with all your talent. So I would rather go for team chemistry on any given day more than individual players.
Talking boss, you mentioned Rudolph Speid. Do you remember Rudolph Speid saying that at under 20 level, you should be looking at straight professionals playing at that stage? You remember that? Meaning when they are from local and overseas.
Rudolph Speid says a lot of things, man, and I remember a lot of things Rudolph Speid said, and I like Rudolph Speid mindset of using youngster playing the football because that's the way to go.
So talking boss, I think that almost all of the youngsters in the age group under 20 that play regularly, almost majority of them were able to come into the team here. Right? The fact of the matter is that there aren't that many youngsters out there that get a lot of minutes because a lot of the clubs don't believe in playing them. So, at a certain stage, right, you're going to need some youngsters that are playing enough minutes also because some of these guys that were in there played minimal amount of minutes and it showed. You understand? So the levels will have to step up because if you're not playing, that's another thing to talking boss. If they're not playing regularly, they're not going to look that sharp when they go there. So unless we're going to the JFF going to come up with something tomorrow that say all of the teams must mandate it for them to play at least 220 teams in their level. It's going to be a quite a thing to try to get those players that
stick a point here, right? I will start about Rudolph Speid using most youngsters and winning the Premier League over and over, right? Let's go to Mount Pleasant for a minute or two. You have a guy like Newland and a local guy from Haiti. What's the player? I think at the number 10, right? Tapa Whitmore is coaching Mount Pleasant. You know what happened? Mount Pleasant end up sell a guy like Newland, right? One of the brightest Jamaica youngster right now, right? Sell the guy, you know. That's while he was there, he wasn't getting any game like that, time like that. That's show you how some of us coach think. Mount Pleasant went and buy a lot of wash-up player like Maggie, a lot of wash-up player like Lamar Walker, etc. Instead of playing the youngsters, they bypass the youngsters and go buy some expensive baller who within the next 2-3 years not gonna go anywhere whatsoever. Right? Sometimes it's have a lot to do with the mentality as coach and as fans of the game.
So let me say something now, talking about. He said something a while ago that's false. Nolan going to Canada had primarily to do. You're aware that at that age he couldn't sign professional. He was not a professional player. He was an amateur. Mount Pleasant could not have stopped him from moving. He moved because his mother had migrated. Okay? Right? So that's the reason.
What did I say fast? Newland developed at Mount Pleasant. Am I right or wrong?
No, but you're not let me finish. Let me finish now.
No, you just have to interject because you just said it was false. Newland developed at Mount Pleasant. So if Mount Pleasant didn't want that player, they could have got that player because that's where he developed.
Nolan. Listen, no, sorry, talking about. Just listen to what I'm saying.
One of
the main reasons why he went to Toronto was because he was migrating. The other benefit was that they couldn't hold him, but what they had to do was pay a development fee, right? For all youngsters that are in Jamaica between the age of 12 to 18, if they move, some money has to come to the club. That's basically what they a sale per se. A sale means that you can say no. Okay, I'm just telling you the fact of the matter. So in all respects, Nolan went because his mother had migrated and it was time for him to join her. So a lot of people don't know that part of the fact. Okay?
So in the future,
you
no longer
let
like
me interject again. What about the number 10 player from Haiti? He qualified for the under 17, and now he's about to qualify 80 for the under 22. And that guy was at one place and not getting in any game time. Any much game time. So that tells me something fundamental wrong with some of our coaches locally. Is either they don't believe in the youngster them, or them want to play some old washed up player who doesn't good and doesn't has that cutting edge to take you over the top. No more players and is going to LA Galaxy go play a football match, and only 10 players have a visa. What about the youngsters? You could have pulled that squad with the youngsters, but they don't believe in a youngster.
No, the
Chucking
thing
bars.
is, no, everybody.
Chucking bars. When a coach get a job still, you know, him have to pick the player when him think can do the job for him, you know, because remember, you know, if he not do the job, you know, him neck the panic chopping block,
Look
you know,
here.
Papa.
You remember what happened to Craig?
But fisherman, when you go in a program as a coach, you know, you have to set out your goals. You know, what are your intention and what it is that you intended to achieve over a 2-year period or 3-year period. Am I gonna play a couple of youngsters and develop them within a year or two? So within the next within the 3-year period, may I challenge the title or in fact go here and win the title? You have. I don't feel like that a coach even do that.
The person who hire you, you know, and him a tell you when him want, you know. When him hire you, him a tell you why him want, you know.
Well,
and you have
speaking about Mount Pleasant and fisherman, Mount Pleasant believe in a youngster. Currently, a lot of youngsters developing a Mount Pleasant team, and currently Jamaica under 20 squad, they have a lot of players there too. So that tells me that Mount Pleasant really believe in a young player. The question is the coach believe in a young player?
Well, at the end of the day, you know, if the coach not doing the job, the management will get rid of him. Management will get rid of him.
Not a guarantee, you know, because look here.
Fisherman, the perfect example me I try to say now. On the news, Mount Pleasant is struggling right now because some of them players don't have visa to go overseas go play the first leg of the match, right? So what I'm saying, you have a team with lot of under 20 youngsters. What about those players? Those players most likely not gonna have a problem getting a visa. So therefore, if you have 11 players, if you have 10 players, you want to tell me you cannot find 3 youngsters even to go and make up the team? Huh?
Well, these
are you talking? Are you not thinking what you're saying? Or are you just talking just to talking, see?
What talk, bro? What I'm saying is facts, bro. I heard it on the news itself.
Yeah,
I heard it. Unless it's a false accusation, the news a broadcast. But I heard it. I'm not coming on here to spread rumors or anything like that.
Talking about if you listen, maybe they'll learn something, a thing or two. He said some of his starting players.
He said
that means that maybe players on the bench get visa, but that not gonna be effective. Him saying starting players are supposed to at 11. That is the problem, talking about. He never said the team. Him saying starting players.
That's a sound strange. Then he said 10 player alone.
Right. He said some of him starting players don't get no visa. That's the man say.
The only thing I wonder with that statement, there's one thing I wonder, you know, because most of
so you can't hold on, leader. You can't come over and make a peer nice.
Okay. So let's say you starting player them. Let's say then you starting player them. Now, allow it don't have a visa. What you do? You sit it on a 20 team clearly. I play some good quality football, and you have about 3 youngsters from Mount Pleasant. Why don't you draw for those 3 youngsters and put them a part of the team?
Talking boss. Who to tell us that the under 20 no visa? But not the starting players. The better players them we might try till you don't have no visa. Understand? The better players than we want to play.
My point is, those
Talking
under
about him
20
on the
player is
point.
good enough to
Read
start in
with
Mount Pleasant team.
understanding. The man
My
said,
point
talking
is,
about.
my
The
exactly
man
point
said,
is,
the best
those
talking
under
boss.
20 player
Talking boss.
is good enough to start in
Talking
Mount
boss.
Pleasant
No,
team.
talking boss. The man said, to play eligibility and give them a challenge. In better players, them we want to carry. Don't have no visa. Full stop.
He's all washed up player.
Talking boss. Yo, you give me a headache. Good night.
My point is strong, I'm going to stick to my point,
Yeah, give me a headache.
Because I strongly believe in the youngster them are the way if you go. Not now all washed up player.
Good old Mac attack. Good old Mac. Good old Mac.
What a sucking boss. You can't determine, the coach have to determine, sir. We are spectators, we talk, but we are say, the coach there, I train them every day, Him know the players when he want to carry go, they go do the job for him. So all the youngsters, just take up youngsters, put in a team just to him young. And also this thing, sir.
Young and talented, because the youngsters them prove them talented. They have talent, they absolutely have talent and class.
Hold on now. Are you aware of a statement that I'm gonna go back to Rudolph Speid again? That he made that sometimes playing the young players might mean that he might lose matches, but because he's looking to develop, he has to take that risk. So listen, playing young players sometimes is a big risk.
But the risk paid off for Rudolph Speid. Am I right or wrong? Because it get him to coach in that team.
Talking boss. Talking boss. Listen, the template that Cavalier has is not as simple as that. I can tell you that. I know. Okay? Those players are coming up from 12 years old coming up. So when they reach 17, or 18, say 18, even though they're playing some of them playing from 15, 16. Those players have already been playing, say, 4 years. When they play at 16, they would have been playing 4 years, and then maybe for 2 of those 4 years, they would have been coming Saturday mornings and playing with the senior team. So when they come in, this transition is smooth. So just telling you, and I do know exactly about the Cavalier philosophy. Trust me.
But again, Chucking boss, we have to realize with Speid, you can't use Speid and judge the rest of club them, Speid control his own destiny at Cavaliers, sir. Speid control his own destiny. You think, remember, say Speid get relegated, Speid get relegated and come back, What you think the people them are Mount Pleasant are going to do? You think them are going to sit down?
Hold on. When he got relegated using old players because he wasn't doing that then. When he came up back, what he did, let me tell you, by the way, all of you know my connection, right? Anyway, so I'm going to say something.
No, what's your connection?
It's okay, and I'll tell you. Leave it at that.
Yeah, what is your connection?
When Speid got relegated, right? What happened was that he decided to go with all of the younger players and a couple senior players. And because the younger players were winning all of the youth competitions. So he brought in some of those 17-year-olds that were doing very well and some 18-year-olds and brought them into the team, right? And used them to qualify the team. So once the team went up, Speid used that template now to have a certain type of player. So over the years, you have had Cavalier having these young, fast, quick, skillful attackers like Marshall, Marsh, next one here again, man, Kumi. I don't remember the name right now. Hamilton, right?
And then
so listen to the thing here now. It's something these youngsters don't just come about. So what happened is that they come into the club young and then they grow. It takes 4 years or so. So by the time a player coming in at 16, they have already understand the philosophy of the team. They understand how to play. So when they do go into the team, it's easy. Craig Butler tried the same thing and it never worked. So Craig Butler.
But the Fox still remain leader. The Fox still remain leader. Speid when Speid try something and it don't work, have nobody over him head. I breathe on him neck. Him do what he want to do. Him own boss.
Listen, so Butler was his own boss.
No, man, I'm just saying. Me talking about like Whitmore. I'm talking about like Whitmore down at Mount Pleasant. Whitmore not have the... Huh?
Right, that's true. Him can't take that chance because...
That is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying.
But
So you
give it
can't
to
judge
him,
speed.
and he
You
could say
cannot
he had
judge good
same.
speed with the coaches them where the people them hire them team. You can't do that.
So, as I say, playing young players is no guarantee of success. It might be a guarantee of losing. Yeah.
So playing all players a guarantee of success. Answer the
No.
question.
Why you think? Hold on.
Nothing is
Why you think
guaranteed,
the
man.
majority
Nothing
of
is
the clubs them
guaranteed,
in the
man.
Premier League go for
Yeah,
older
so
players? Because
if you have the
listen,
opportunity to coach a team, what you gonna do? Draft all average player over 25 and keep on losing instead of
hold on
building a
now,
team,
hold on
a
now.
good team
Give me
chemistry with
the right.
youngster and coming up
Let me
and know
say
you're gonna
something.
win in the near
Hold on. Let me
future.
use racing as an example. Let me use racing. Racing using a template that Cavalier use. Racing using a set of players. Some of them, in them have older players too. But they use a lot of players that were playing together from young. If you're going to use young players, you can't just get up tomorrow and just take young players in your team. It no work. I know. Right?
Good. And you go back to the national under 20 team where you upon this program I call for 5 lump sum changes. And you know that will mash up team chemistry.
I never said that. I said you're going to need to.
What did you say? I hear clearly you said because that was the topic. So I give you the opportunity to talk to catch you right there.
I said.
Talking boss. Hold on. Talking boss. Mark, you already know. Is it like you talk for yourself talk, I just talk just like that. Talking boss. If you have a stop,
the wider panel here one and the viewers here one because the viewers understand clearly without team chemistry you are nothing.
Talking boss. If you have a football team, right, and you boost a football team with young players and they are losing, you are the owner for the team. And you boot yourself. You say, oh, you want a coach to come in and do young players. And they start losing. They start losing the game, right? And you stop get spectators to come at your match, stop coming at your game, and start do this. That means that the money now coming at your club. Because you not lose. You not lose in the match. You understand? And you know, what you going to do?
Well, all depends on the talk. Because if we have my team, I'm a coach my team, I'm going to have the best set of 23-man squad with proper technique and team chemistry. Me know me going to lose 1 and 2 games along the way, but definitely me going to be a true champion.
You said that a while ago. Have some young people playing for your team. Like for 2, 3, although you lose, 2, 3, 4 seasons, build a chemistry and then you win. When you use the example as
that's
Mr.
exactly
Speed.
what I said.
Hold on. You use the example as Mr. Speed. And them rightfully tell you, say, nobody can fire Mr. Speed. So Mr. Speed want to use young player for 10 years and develop them to them win the league. It's fine with Mr. Speed. But with a coach like Whitmore don't have that facility to do that. Because
well, that's why you do interview. That's why you do interview and know clearly where your coach stand and what intention your coach have going forward and what blueprint he has going forward for the youngster. Mount Pleasant has been spending a lot of money developing all these young players, but when it comes down to
Talking boss, let me
hold on, my boss. Let me finish.
I haven't spoke yet.
No, but let me finish now. Let me finish and then you come in. Let me finish. Talking boss. When Whitmore they come second to Mount Pleasant and they fire Whitmore. Remember Mount Pleasant fire Whitmore. And they took the youth, they had an academy, and the one of the coach the academy. They had him, and he had some youth players. And when he played the first round at the CONCACAF, him lose. You know them though? They find him same time and call back for Whitmore. God, and that the coach want, and that the owner want. You remember that? It was the coach who were coaching the academy came in for Whitmore because they said they're going to use young players. And when they lose the first 2 rounds,
I remember that.
The 2 rounds, they fire him and call for Whitmore. And Whitmore almost saved them, although they never make it.
Trucking boss.
I would not go for Harold Thomas to coach my youngster because Harold Thomas as a coach over the years I know Harrell
But
Thomas
I'm
as a coach.
telling you,
I wouldn't rank him
owners
up there
want
as no youthful
results.
coach like that. We even go for him for coach my national team. For coach
Yeah,
a team for me. I wouldn't go for him.
talking boss.
So
You
you,
go
you
back on the
definitely
point.
can't hire the wrong
But,
person for the job
hello,
and
let's go
lose.
back on the
But what
point.
I'm saying, a
Owners
good
want
coach with a good
results.
technique and a good ability to get those youngsters together and get
Yo,
those youngsters
brother,
play at the highest
them
level.
fire Earl and get
Worthwhile.
who? Whitmore. And Whitmore them go back for. Why them go back for Whitmore? Because Whitmore not give them result. Or result them want. Why them never go back for a different coach trucking box?
Tiga, let me jump in real quick. So
Go ahead,
trucking
kill him.
boss,
Kill him.
trucking boss, yeah. It's like this, my brother. I took my son to Craig Butler camp, and I was just there the other day to try to organize to bring my son to Mount Pleasant. Right. First of all, you said Mount Pleasant spend millions. It's a donation. These players that go to Mount Pleasant, they get they get evaluated before any decisions. It's right there on a pro level. It's like your son playing for MLS Pro. They evaluate them, make sure that they fit in the system, and then they get a scholarship. As far as somebody sponsor them, they don't pay anything, not a dime they pay, right? Now, when you're looking at them getting now to the level of the senior team, if you look at the way that some of them will make it to the senior team, but majority of them will go overseas, right? Because it's a business. This guy's trying to get his money back, right? So and the thing with Mount Pleasant that nobody there is doing is not only just putting out players to go play overseas or play on the national team. They also have development with education for different colleges, right? So when you look at Mount Pleasant now, right, as far as the league that's there, Mount Pleasant within the next 2 years, nobody can compete with a Mount Pleasant because of the how they're doing it. It's like no other. It's very different. But you got to give them time. They're not there yet. Next 2-3 years, Mount Pleasant, you can't compete with them. They're gonna win the league every single year, and most of the players is going to be on the national team because of what the remarkable job that they're doing.
Well, let me say one little criticism. One criticism is that what
No,
you mentioned.
when I lead up, we just say this, and to what my guy that speak a while ago say, and also you can show the Kingston FA, the Elite Cup, you can show that Mount Pleasant did really put it in the groundwork because that team has not lost a game in the Elite Cup right now with the youngsters who are playing the under 18 tournament.
Correct.
So that can show you some do the put in the work.
Hold on. Let me say something now. Please, because some of you just know of some of the competitions, but you don't know everything that's happening on the ground. So I agree. Yes, they're doing some good things there, and I love that they're playing the younger players, more players now than they have ever had. Because one of my criticisms in the past was that Mount Pleasant had a lot of young players, and there was no opportunity for them to play. Right? So I see them doing that now. They haven't really directly made a big sale yet of somebody that was totally developed. The first thing that of a player being developed would have been Nolan, but it was not sale per se, but development fees came in. My thing is that I'm expecting that, yes, in another 2 years, they will do better and better as more of the younger players play in filter into the senior team. But I can also say this, that 2 years ago, when they entered in the under 17 tournament, they were thrashed like 7, 8, and whatever. Look, with some of those players that have moved up now. So it's not a guarantee because the elite cup that you're looking at, you have to look at the teams that are in there. I don't know if all the top youth teams in are in, but all I know that all of the top and maybe one of the top ones is not in there. Didn't think about participating. Didn't think it necessary. So don't use that alone. Just remember, 2 years ago, they were
Leader, that's not the only thing I'm using. I'm also using based on it's based on how they isolate themselves. For these kids, when they get there, first of all, the evaluation process, or the evaluation process, how they evaluate these kids, is like it's very good. Let's put it that way. It's very good how they evaluate these players. That's one. And two, they provide an environment for them for they don't need anything. It's just football and school. That's it. They don't need everything is pertaining to that. They have the gym work, the field work, even the evaluation, breaking down the game, the studies. It's great what they're doing, bro.
It's
Next
a
two, three
perfect
years, you can't
environment.
stop
It's a
them.
perfect environment.
You cannot
One of
stop
the
them.
facts, it's a perfect environment. However, one of the facts of the matter, though, is that the perfect environment has been around for. We have had several graduates, that have not reached that heights. Hopefully, that know that they are making them play in the senior team more than before. We'll start to really see. Because try to remember, Mount Pleasant has been around for how many years now? More than 5, 7 years now? Or is it 7? So we're not really seeing that premiere yet. We have been playing through the system for 4 or 5 years, and they haven't really kicked down the door as yet. Hopefully now
You're being
But
unfair to them,
but
man.
leader,
You're
Mount
being
Pleasant
unfair to them.
is a new program. It's not even 10 years in
He
the
only just
making.
said they've been
It's not
around for
even
hold on.
10
like
years in
five,
the
seven
making.
years.
It's
You're
not
being
10
unfair to
years,
them.
but
Thing.
hold on. You have had a number. You have had, okay, listen. You have had at least 2 sets or 3 sets of players that have come right through the system there, and haven't kicked out any doors as yet.
Leader, the first set was the set with the Devante Campbell. He then which set you have after that? Because
No, so
if
hold
you
on.
talk about
Devante
all the
Campbell, hold on
youth
now.
teams,
Hold
if you
on, the
talk
man.
about all the
Hold on, the
youth teams,
man.
Mount Pleasant players
Listen,
dominate the
no,
youth
listen, I'm
teams.
going to tell you the first set. Because Devante Campbell was one of the first graduates, but he didn't do 4 or 5 years. They have a player now. His name is Miller. I'm playing at Treasure Beach now, right? I remember the first name. It's D Miller, right? He's one of the first graduates that spent all of his development time there, and it just didn't show. Honestly, that decent player, but it didn't. And there are a lot of other players that have come right in 4 or 5 years. I'm not putting it down, Don't get me wrong, One of the problems was that they had a lot of quantity and not quality. The new person that's in charge, Mr. Ferguson, has put the thing down to only the essential players, and he's putting them into the senior team. So now you can start to see it again, because that part of the philosophy has changed. Because Donnelly was an overseas person in charge of the academy, and what they were doing wasn't working. So now that Mr. Ferguson has changed the way that they're doing this. So they don't have too many students there. They have lessened the amount of students to boost the elite league. And hopefully we'll be seeing things happening now. Right? But I'm just saying that they are around for a while, and it they did they haven't produced to that level. But now you are going to be seeing it. Hopefully what I want to see is that LA Galaxy thing. I was hoping that they would have had more of those senior players there, yes. But I was expecting at least 3 youngsters in that team. 3 or possibly 4. 4 might be asking a lot, but 3 youngsters that would have seen coming up through that academy in that team. And well, I'm expecting to see some of them in there now, but not because that the senior players are not able to make it. Because believe me, I love the Mount Pleasant dream, and I want to see, because I see where it can help Jamaica's football grow.
Yeah, but leader, most if you're as I said, they're probably 5 to 6 years in the making. Most of the as good players as you say, they won't even make the Mount Pleasant team. Based on what they're doing now, they're going to be going overseas. That's the goal.
No. Hold on there. Hold on. No. I'm telling you, most of the players that graduated come right through the ranks. No, they have gone overseas. They're basically bounce around some of the smaller local teams and that sort of thing. No,
Yeah,
that's
I know. Now I'm talking about within the next 2 to 3 years. When I'm saying the program
no.
is
Within the
new,
next two
leader.
to 3 years, we should be seeing them exporting players on an exponential rate.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because they changed what they were doing. They had before the academy was there, and they were packed up with youngsters. The youngsters had nowhere to play. It's like it's like you had a doctor in school forever, and he never did any practical experience because they had nowhere to play, because they weren't putting them in the senior team. So they had nowhere to play. There's no competition for them. What they had to do for a while was try to even enter through one of the local high schools to play in the Da Costa Cup to try to get something, because it doesn't, listen, training without any option of playing doesn't make sense. No academy in the world does that. Everybody can't got them tongue. Just telling you how it goes, you know. That's, I know both programs. That's all I say.
The thing about young players is they're easier to coach but harder to handle. So some coaches will go for them.
Perfect. Yes. So that's exactly the problem. The young players, they learn quickly and so on. But when you have a corner league happening in them area, you will see them missing from training. A dancer go keep, you know, see them come and them stay out, and then the coach find out, say, them bleach last night and then get drop out of the squad. You understand? Them have a big party coming up. And by the way, all of these things I'm saying are actual things that happened to players. Actual at a particular club that I know. Right? So you'll have a player being in there, them get 2 baby mother one time, and then it affect them. Trust me, these are actual things.
Yeah, that's why some coaches will go with the younger players if you can control them and manage them, and some coaches rather stick with the older players, because at the end of the day, them more give more of them time and them the effort because they want to reach places. But the young players, they sometimes they don't even know where they want to go. Probably get to a young girl and go have fun.
Well, look here, it's only 3 coaches in the Premier League now that does it. Speid, Anthony Patrick, and Craig Butler. All the rest of them go with older players. Only 3 clubs do it. Only 3 clubs, you can say, have a consistent amount of young players, and they do well with them now because Craig Butler has learned how to strike the balance. He can't bring in all young, because all his young players aren't at a standard. Right?
Yeah.
Racing
More do my coaching batch, but I don't want to do it in America, I want to do it in Jamaica because of the time.
Okay, so this is the same CONCACAF license. It's recognized when you get it here. It's the same thing that going to be recognized in the US. One of the advantages that it's subsidized here in Jamaica for you too. So some people that want to do it in the US just do it here because it's subsidized and it's the same paper, recognized just the same. So what you need to probably do is get in touch with your FA or whatever, find out which ones where you want to start and whatever. That's what I suggest you do.
Yeah, well, when I go to Jamaica, I don't really get to spend much time a month and basically with my family still.
Target the dates that you go, and then go down and do it, and you can have it, as I say, subsidized. It's the same like a CONCACAF license.
Okay. All right, me take the advice. I mean, I try to consider because...
Yeah, man.
Yeah, when I first want to coach BB Cook and then beat back States back in the days, One Love. First time States, non-traditional school ever beat States.
Mm-hmm. Well, look here.
With BB Cook.
Those things now, you know, you're going to have a lot of non-traditional schools doing well now because ISA has in this thing here now where they have a quota rule. So the bigger schools normally go and bring in a lot of the youngsters from the non-traditional school and strengthen them side. It can't work again. So that's why you have things now like with a JC that normally able to just walk through the league. You know, so it's the best you can do now is to bring in the players at the very young age, 13, 14.
All age are primary level and bring them in.
Yeah, but that is no guarantee that they're going to all go through, because a lot of time when you bring them in, no, all of them never go through. But what they try to do is bring in, say, 20 or more. If you bring in 20 or more and you're lucky, 50% of them will transition. Because under the new ISA rule, you can't bring in more than 3 players to augment your squad. So meaning that when you bring in those players at grade 7 or 8, right, 13, 14, that's where what your squad is going to be like, going up. And then when they reach the age of, say, 17, 18, right?
Yeah.
You can only add 3 players to it, meaning 3 top players. So basically, if you're weak from under 14, You basically go weak all the way, go straight through.
Well, the thing about it is, you have to just learn to work with the kids them and who not good will become good. You can help them along. And the problem
Yeah,
with all right, we are looking now at New Forest, right? They don't have no football field down there. A pier in store. I think at this they need to start work on the field them. Help the school them, the non-traditional school them to improve their field. Because you will I train them have a good long island I'll get up and go train or they are down go train.
man,
So
we
you
hear some things
take
when I
away
go
from their
around New
time.
Forest, man.
You take away from coming when me down the January, me I watch the under 14 and the under 17 then I play. We go watch them on Mandeville. A Manchester High, although Manchester High they give them a walloping still, but you them they have the ability. It's just that then they don't have the place to play and practice.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Listen, hold on. Let me tell you one thing. Hold on now. No, I don't use that as a big example. I know of a player and a lot of players, right? First thing you need to work on the players. You don't need a lot of space with that, You basically
but the
need
field they have no field, it's all stone.
No, hold on, man. Hold on, man. What you do, you try, right? Is your work and then ball control. If you have balls, right, and the youngsters them learn to juggle pass and them thing there. So first and all of that, when you get them on the field, right, is for them now to understand how to transition to that and positional play and that sort of thing. But if a youngster can't control a ball properly, you understand him touch not good. And those are things you don't need a big space to do. You understand?
What me I tell you, so the field just bad. There's no place for it because when I coach me, I say, what you have to do with the youth them. Make it in a one game and make them go and take up the stone them one day and say who can pile up the most and you give them one juice or something like that. We just make it a game. But the whole field full of your appearance stone.
Yeah, but
Can't play for.
yeah, take them up, yes, and so. But I'm just telling you, part of your thing though, you need balls. So if you can help the team get some balls, because look here, how many of them controlling a ball, right? Have to do with juggling. You need to teach youngsters for juggling. So it help them first touch. So when the ball come on them chest, them know what to do. You understand? A lot of coaches them just put the ball down and have youngsters them kicking the ball. So when they're on the bigger field, all them know to do is play table tennis by just kick the ball away. You don't work on them with their first touch.
No, but I learn from Jamaica. So Jamaica play kick the ball down field.
No, the problem is, hold on, let me tell you the problem. Jamaica, honestly, most of the players have the touch and so, but what happens is that the philosophy for a lot of the coaches is teaching them to win. So most time is to basically, after the team reach a certain way, it's certain place of the game is out to their life and them thing there and so and all them thing there. So they don't really take the time to teach them. You understand the proper way to what they want them to do. You understand? Because like if you want to play out the ball from the back, a lot of other teams, would say, oh, them great, play out the ball from the back. And then just put somebody on and then just take with the ball from you and score. But you are trying to teach your guys the proper thing to do. So when you're doing it, it takes some time and you will have to break some eggs to make an omelette.
There you go. Yeah, I'm go home probably end of this year because Tyler Trump, America, so that's why one of my goals to go down and coach one of the non-traditional school. I don't really want to coach
Load up on some balls, boss. Load up on some balls, right? If you can get some, let me tell you, you don't have to buy no whole for new boots. So if you can get some people to donate some boots there, right, that you can carry down and don't give them with to the youth them either, right? Have them so them can come, them have something, when they come to train, them going to get a pair of boots, put on that sort of thing. And that's how because most time when they give them, that ball go out and then that ball rotate around the community and it's all 10 different people are wearing.
All right, leader, we're going to shift gears a little bit now to the national team and as pertaining to the squad. I think a lot of people, leader, was expecting the squad to drop this Friday. I thought that would be a bit early. We need some more time. So we're looking for the squad to come out between the 14 and the 17, I'm assuming, between those days there to give you a 6 to 7 days layover. How are you feeling now, leader, going into this final stretch? It muted, leader. You're muted. But yeah, let me see his comments here. Why Cavaliers on? Yeah, we're going into basically the final stretch here. I think the game is on the 20th, right? If I'm not mistaken. We hear the names of a lot of players ringing off, but not everybody's gonna get. I don't think everybody can get a passport at the same time, brother. Um, this passport thing is gonna be endless. Because I think people think about as soon as they think up a player, the JFF has to get their passport. As soon as somebody think about a player, somebody find a player up on a list. It's a process, bro. It's everybody's not gonna make it. Everybody's not gonna be able to make the team. We just have to live with that. Um, However, we just hope Rudolph Speid gets the right players for the right position. That's the only thing because we're gonna still have the same regulars who come back. But do they really give us much? Same thing. It's the same thing we're talking about here. Crispy, what's your take on this? I don't know if the people are hearing me. Seem
I
like
hear you.
yeah. Okay.
Can you restate what you just said?
Yeah, I said we're winding down to the selection for the senior squad. What's your expectations? Um, the energy is everybody's kind of anticipating. I think the squad is gonna dictate the energy going into those two games. If the fans don't like the squad, I think then the energy will just stay low.
When will the squad
I think
drop?
between the 14th and the 17th.
Okay, okay. I am cautiously optimistic. If the appropriate players are picked, the team stands a good chance. If not, they don't stand a good chance.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know what I mean? I think Mr. Speid is a good enough coach if he does the right things.
But I thought you had a problem with how Mr. Speid play.
No. I was going to continue. I was going to say I am concerned that the team might come out and start to defend. From the jump, and that can be a problem.
Yeah.
But if the team comes out and the attack, if the right players are picked for the right position, the team stands a very good chance. I don't think Congo is going to beat Jamaica by like 5 or 6 or anything. I don't see that. I think if anything, it's going to be a 1-0 or 2-1 or something like that.
Yeah.
The thing is, what I don't want people with this expectation where the team are going to play some good tiki-taka football and them stuff there. I'm not going to see that, I'm not going to see that. We have 2 games to play, and anything necessary, anything the coach can use to make we qualify for them 2 games, them beat them 2 teams if we qualify for the World Cup. Me I go with the coach, but me now go look. Me now look for no this tiki taka football where everybody I wonder how the team I go play if I keep the ball on the ground or him kick the ball over the top and all of those things. Me now look for because we go him now some of the players them when I bring in is just at the first time. At the first time he must see some of them. First time. All him have about 2 training sessions and that's it. That's it. So all the people them are looking for this some quality football them are look forward to the team or play. It not going to happen. Not going to happen. I look forward to that.
I am not looking for tiki-taka, but I am also not looking for Richard King to make 80-something passes from the defense to the offense and overlooking the midfield. I am not looking for that as well. There has to be a middle.
One thing me I look for is the team to qualify. That is what me looking for. And any tactics we put out there, use the team and make the team qualify. Me all for it.
I have never seen that tactic win a game. I have never seen making a significant number of passes from defense to offense where maybe like 20% of them connect, produce anything substantive.
You never see long ball win football game.
I mean, long ball can win football game, but it cannot be. It cannot be the vast majority of the. Okay, then listen. Don't have any midfield then. You know what I mean?
I'm not telling you. So you must not have any midfield. What I'm saying, we have 2 games to play. The coach not gonna have the team for a long time. Him not play no practice game with the team. Nothing. One couple practice and got couple training session. So I am not looking for no tiki-taka football. That is what I'm saying.
I am not looking for tiki-taka football either. But there has to be a middle ground. I mean, and we have a large sample size that shows what does not work. Right? Jamaica has been playing long ball for a while now. It has not been working.
Let me ask you something. You think a long ball why they not qualify for the World Cup already?
Yes.
A long ball why they not qualify for the World Cup?
Yes, I think that's one reason.
How much game we lose out of the qualifier? How much game we lose out of the qualifier already? One game done.
One, and then draw, yeah. Yeah.
Yes, but football does not go that way. Style of play accumulates are a lot thereof.
You did watch the last game? You watched the last game?
I did. I saw the chances from headers. And the team cannot play with scoring from headers as the overarching strategy. That can be a bonus, but we cannot expect the team to play to get chances, create chances only from set plays.
You know how much header we score in the campaign and how much goal we score from feet?
No.
You know?
No, I don't know.
So why you talking like all of the goal that we score in the qualifier ahead of them we score?
I did not say that, but you often cite the number of chances created, and you tend to overlook style of play and chances not created in other areas.
Style of play give you style. The reason why you have a style of play is to get your result, get your chances, and win your game, That is what the style of play give you, to get chance and win your game.
So would you put long throws in the box under the category of style of play?
If long throw is a part of your strategy, if you're using long throw is a part of your strategy to get you to win the game.
Let's net of it is that people have to watch the game, right? And the national team as fans. So we can't expect the fans to tune in or turn out when the style of play is not attractive to the fans.
All right. Go do the style of play where you want. You want get the ball, knock it, bam, bam, bam. Suppose you play that style of play, and at the end of the day, you don't get the result. You get knocked out. You don't have no problem. You just say, boy, we play. I love how the team that play, but them didn't score. But we love the type of football with them play. You're not sick with that.
Yes.
Yes.
No number.
You're not sick with that.
Number one. The name of the game is football. The name of the game is not headball. So the majority of your possession, the ball must be at the feet of your players. You know what I mean? The game is not head ball, it's football.
So that means this match, the two matches them are coming up now. If we play some nice bunks in football and we don't qualify, you can come out and say one thing we did not qualify, but I like the type of football that the team play.
Yes, and because there's no guarantee that playing the other way would have won us the game. You know?
So if you play, all right. So if you go in a game and play long football, kick the ball long or whatever, and the team score and them win the game, and then the next time them play the tiki taka and them never win the game, you would have a problem.
No. Here's how I go about it. It's a math issue. For example, say Richard King completes 50% of the long ball from the defense to the offense, and the Jamaican player gets possession of those long balls. I am fine.
They know that is someone. You make it sound like say. You make it look like if you play tiki taka, you know, win, you have no problem with it. You don't have a problem with it.
I am. My fundamental issue is that my team must have possession of the ball a considerable amount of time, irrespective of how that possession is attained. So if Richard King can make a long ball and pass it to Shaman, for example, 50% of the time, I'm fine with that. But the probability of that occurring is very low.
But the thing is, as I said, we just talking about these two games, you know. These two games, for me, any method the coach use and qualify the team. If a long ball him go use and he qualify the team, I don't have a problem with it. Me don't have no problem with it. That is my point. As I said, I'm not gonna have any amount of time with this team. So I'm not looking for no whole pretty play where you go there go see no whole pretty play where whole people look for. We want to see how the team are play. We want to see how the midfield control the game and all of those things.
Okay, but okay. So you said the team, the major concern is winning these two games. I agree. The coach have to give the players instruction regarding how to play. Right? Is that fair?
Most definitely. Then I mean it. They must have him tactics and him give them in tactics and him instruction where they carry out on the field. Even must take them up and show them out there and say go and go play.
Okay, so can you see a scenario where the coach gives the players instruction to kick long ball on a regular basis? You create a scenario where the long ball makes sense.
If we can create a scenario where long ball makes sense.
Yes, I'm say you are the coach. Create a scenario where the long ball will make sense against Congo.
Well, tell you the truth, with Congo, with none of the team them, I never see none of these team players. I never see none of these team players.
Yeah, I know, but
you watch any of these team play? I didn't watch them in the African Nation Cup. Watch Congo. I watched Congo a long time ago, but I didn't watch them in this. So I don't know what type of football they play.
I saw Congo
describe what type of football they play. Describe what type of football. Or them set up them team and all of those.
Based on what I watch, they are counter-attacking team.
Them is a counter-attacking team.
Yes. They rely on speed, very quick.
Oh.
I don't think Jamaica can outrun Congo.
So what type of football you think Jamaica can play
You may not like to hear it, but I want the ball to be passed on the floor from from the defense to the midfield to forward.
And suppose the team don't allow Jamaica to play that type of football. What do you think next we're gonna do?
If the team is not allowing Jamaica to play that type of football, if for example, if the team is pressing Jamaica, when we talk about long ball, there's a difference between a long
We
ball
talk
and a
about
long
long ball when it's necessary. When we're talking about long ball, we have this thing when we're talking about long ball like you think we're talking about. When the ball come, as the ball come, bam, kick the ball along the field. Bam, kick the ball along the field.
I want to say something. There's a difference between a long ball and a long pass,
But Crispy, while Fisherman I say if when we are talking about long ball, I just bam up with it. Fisherman, we see it countless amount of time when our defenders have the ball, no pressure, and then just kick the ball up the field. You are telling me something what we see all the while. We see it all the while. The defender them under no pressure, and then just kick the ball up the field. So don't make it look like we are talking about something that we do not see. You can continue, Crispy.
Up the field because the midfield them where we have not coming for the football. That's why most of the time them kick the ball up because enough time is them pick up the ball in the defense. Have them
That's not true. That's not true. I see Richard King ignoring midfield at them enough time and kick the ball up the field. I see that with my own 2 eyes enough time. And this is a scenario which said that the midfielders are not ready for the ball. And I countered your argument by saying that is not true because I have seen the defenders ignore the persons coming for the ball and kick it long.
Yeah. And if we're gonna speak the truth, yes, me see it 1 and 2 times, but I said majority of the time when I'm watching the game, and I sitting down and I say, what? Where the midfield? Where the man them don't jump off and come to the football? Most of the time.
Fisherman,
the only person when I see come for the ball most of the time,
Issa,
una hear me? The Rust.
Yeah, we are hearing
so what happened was too many people did depend this cause, so I have to go call them back on a new channel if you just get rid of the people them who are not talking, because some other people are trying to call, so I'm calling on that.
Okay, no problem. Right. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think we up and running again.
All right, good.
Fisherman.
Crispy, you here?
No, yeah, there they are. See them there. Crispy, continue. As you were saying.
Fisherman here,
Yeah, man, Fisherman
is
here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, Fisherman has a point. I think Bobby Reed does not like to come for the ball. There are several defenders who don't come for the ball. However, the gentleman named the player, I think his name is Hay, the one who played for Inter Miami. When he plays in the midfield, he comes for the ball, but he doesn't get it from that gentleman, Pinnock. No, not Pinnock, Richard King. Richard King, I don't know who has boosted him up, but I think he has it in his head that he's some type of long pass guru. So that's all he's interested in most of the time. He thinks he's a long passing guru.
Yeah, I think him go overboard some of the time. I'm not gonna say telling the lie, him go overboard. Him go overboard with it sometimes. And that,
Too much,
that
too much,
that's where the
fisherman.
coach.
Too much.
I
He come
think
and do with it too much. What I mean, too, I mean.
that's when the coach. That's when the coach come in. The coach supposed to step in. And when I was watching the last game, I don't think the coach. It coming like the coach give him license to continue doing what he's doing. The coach look like him give
Which
him
coach?
license.
Which coach? McLaren?
Then the McLaren did that coach the team, my boss.
Okay, okay. No, me just I go down the same road with you, know, cause me just try to say what you think him success or I go make him do. The person will Billy man something them. You don't think him will get free roll to do him and do.
Well, if he continue kicking the ball
Just
on
a
the
question. No, me just ask you a question. You said the previous coach give him a free
well,
roll. So I'm saying to you, if you coach, all right. So for instance, Greg Butler was the coach and Whisper in high squad. You don't think him gonna do what him want to do for Whisper?
and if we spot in the squad, he might go do what the coach tell him to do.
So who are the coach? Who are the coach?
I
don't think Mr. Speed.
I
don't think Mr. Speed. All right, let me ask Fisherman, because I'm listening here now. Do you think Mr. Speed is a person a coach that can give instructions? Do you see his teams playing off instructions when he's coaching? Be honest, you know. You know why you do the friend thing and just honest.
No, me and Mr. Speed are not friend. Me and Mr. Speed are not friend. So if me see the team, if when I listen Mr. Speed talk about him Cavaliers team,
yeah,
him talk, him have different way how him play football.
So did you
and him
see
have a
that?
time when
Have you seen it?
Come again?
Have you ever seen it? He changes.
Well,
how much different style of play the Cavalier have?
When I watch them play against Inter Miami, when them play over in Miami, they was playing a different brand of football. They were putting the ball on the ground.
Now what changes after that?
No, I think when them come to Jamaica, them start to play more long ball.
Probably because of the field, probably the field is not good, so they have to play a long ball to
hello, sir. So the person that come from Inter Miami, no bad feeling come on to play, see me. I see him feeling play upon, you know.
Anyway, so what you don't expect? So what you're saying that you're saying what now?
Me not say if he say nothing. Me just make him do what him do and me see what him do, you know. Cause me hear run down the man and tell the man say like speed I go win the 2 game them or whatever tactics him come through with it. Him a go win. Long
me tell you that.
Me say so.
Me tell you that.
Never tell you say. Me never say that. Me say so.
Me
like
tell you that.
And that you sound like you tell Crispy, brother.
Me tell you say him a go win the game.
Yeah, man. Me hear your question, Crispy, about long ball, hard pass, and whatever, tiki-taka. So what kind of game you think the man are going to play when he can carry across the line? Answer the question.
I'm saying it don't really matter what type of football him play to win get the job done.
He can carry across the line, and what makes you think so?
If me think he can carry the team across the line.
Yeah.
Well, at the end of the day, all right. At the end of the day, we have too much to play. We get a coach to coach the team, and it didn't matter which coach them give the job to coach the team for the 2 games. Them give Speed, and me put in the support behind Speed.
So why you have to support him? Why you can't just support the team and not Speed? I saw like a Speed and support and not the team, you know.
No, all right, no, you come on with it's like you come with an agenda to talk about Speed. That is what you come about. You're not promote the game. You're not promote the game. Me just said to you a while ago, it don't matter which coach them did give the team. Me say that, you know. It didn't matter me.
Fisherman, you're right. But when you say a while ago, Fisherman, it doesn't matter what tactics you use, long as they win the 2 games. Them. You're right, Fisherman.
I say we have 2 games to play. We're not going to have these players in a portion of time. So I'm not looking for no pretty football, no tiki-taka football. Any strategy we use to get we cross the line, I'm up for it. So long as it happen. So long as him qualify the team.
I
What
agree
you
with the
want to
Fisherman.
see?
I agree with the
What
Fisherman.
do
Me
you
say
want
it's
to
a
see?
knockout game too, you know.
It's like how you have to
Knockout game.
depend on speed. Like how you depend on speed. I play them, I depend on to go out there, go kick the ball and I go.
Them in the comment, the man them in the
Yeah?
comment section, wicked, you know, man. The man them
Well,
a
I don't.
Yeah.
I can't tell you who you must. I can't tell
No, no,
you
me just
when
I
you say
try to show you. Cause you're not
when
putting
I'm
no faith
telling
in a
you.
coach like a coach out there kick the ball and I goal.
It is speed. When I tell them this strategy what them gonna use out there. If them go out there, when the team lose, what you gonna turn around and say, you know, say as are the players, you hear what you say a while ago. You are dependent on the players. But when it all said and done, if you qualify, you don't turn and say I players them
Ask me
qualify.
who
The
me
team
beat.
speed not have
Ask
nothing
me
to do
who
with
me
it.
beat what day when ask me who me beat
And
what
if
day.
when
Me beat
and if
the
when
first
them
one day me
lose,
beat.
Hello, the first thing we can say about the whole of this is this. Anyone pick the right 20-man, 26-man squad, and this are the start, right? And this everybody can make a comment with a positive or negative. Until then, everybody just hold them breath.
all you're gonna know who is all you know when at the right 21 in pick or the 22.
26. Then you don't know the players them. You have your favorite. Everybody have them favorite. So you will know the players who will pick. You will know if you might pick Daly because like when him so you not go pick Daly or you not go pick.
How much are we on the panel right now? I bet you if we ask every man here, so when it's name a 22-man squad, I bet you everyone will come up with a different squad.
Yes, but you will still have an idea. Every time a squad pick, you have your favorite on it.
Yeah, we are gonna have 80%. I see him centre back in midfield and couple
There you
forward.
go.
And the keeper
There you
them. So
go.
no bother with it. A 5 or 6 name different I go change.
There you
20%
go.
and 80% we are go correct. Anyhow, we hold our name with squad yourself. Cause we know
There
who
you go.
eligible, we know the centre back them, we know the midfielder them, and we know the striker them. So stop it.
Fisherman. You're correct, Fisherman. Say you got different names. So with the 80% or what am I say the 80%, you can throw that out the window because we can call a midfielder where that a year liking and we like a midfielder and our next one can pick a next midfielder that way him like. He said so like 80% they can throw out Fisherman. What am I say about 80%?
Fisherman, give me a 4 midfielder. Give me a midfielder them, Fisherman. Everybody are gonna give a midfielder them. We're eligible enough. Please, you know, add the players them will have passport and don't talk when you feel like, yeah.
Look here, big man. I'm not naming a squad.
We just are gonna make it simple. We are gonna make it simple.
I'm not naming a squad. Listen
all of us is gonna name some. Me no want you name a squad. Me never say a squad. Me say a midfield.
When Speed name the squad, then I will name my 11 who will start the game. I will name 11 start the game. I'm not naming no squad. And the fact is, when the coach name a squad, when the coach name a squad, I'm not gonna be the one come here cussing out and say him should name that squad. I'm gonna support the squad when him name to play the 2 games. That is what I'm gonna do. Because we naming squad and naming who and who. At the end of the day, it all come down to the coach. All come down to the coach.
I agree with you, Fisherman. I definitely agree with you. I definitely agree with you. But remember, speed. So many people do not like speed like that, Fisherman. So you have to understand they are pro against speed. Yeah, understand where I come from.
I'm telling you already, this is not all about speed.
And that's what I'm telling them, Fisherman, that if you know, it's about the country, not about speed. And Speed qualify the team to the World Cup there, we have to give him props. Yeah, understand me?
No man not go do that. That's why a man make sure him say he might go with the players, then he not go with the coach.
So that's understanding. So if he qualify and if he not qualify, what happen? What you gonna do? You not gonna say nothing. What you
if the team not qualify, you move up Speed, step outside, and we start. We rebuilding from there. What else you want? What else you want to do?
How I gonna move him? You?
Sure. You can't bother with me.
That's what I'm telling you. Sometimes when you just talk,
you have me don't know, you have an agenda come here, you listen me attack and I don't know. You're talking about if me I go move.
You know?
if him don't qualify the team, the World Cup campaign done, it finished.
He said not go beyond March. That me hear him on a talk program with when my mother the comedian man other day. The man we talk where my comedian and him do that sports thing.
Most comedian world Tracy Atta.
Tracy Mason.
So this is, I guess they.
So he have a talk program and he did ask him a couple of questions and he said nah go beyond March. So we have to wait and see.
The sport thing is on, but you're not actually seeing it. I don't know what he's doing.
That's just a political way to answer that question. It just mean that he's
I want to tell you
contracted until March and in
Jamaica not go on to the World Cup unless we get a foreign coach and then allow him to coach and stop pick the side and give him. Because you know use local coach, them all pick the players them when they used to whether they good or
I disagree with the still. Carla. I disagree with the Carla. I disagree with the Carla. I disagree with the Carla. Disagree with the Carla. Disagree with the Carla. Disagree with the Carla.
One time appears that
disagree with the Carla. Disagree with
the something. The amount when you say them a pick them, they not pick the player give them. Like when you say them a pick the player give the coach, the foreign coach. Like which player them him a pick give them?
You well I know. Me not
know. Explain, man. Me no know.
You well I know.
Me no know. Tell me now.
As official and my boy, I always said the three junglers and some of them players there with the last coach picking don't know them. You have no clue who them be or what them be.
Like when you say players, you know, me
last player in my pick. That's what you say.
Normally, a Speed and the rest of them pick them 26. You probably pick the last.
Carl, you have no clarity and no at all what you are talking about, Carl.
You just talk as me want to
talk, see Carl.
The players them what you're talking about. You know, just name the players them. Name the player them, no man.
Alright, Dixon. Samar Nicholson.
Yes. So when you say them player there, them pick them the federation pick them players. So you say
yeah, but
Bowser should be in the team.
Why never pick Ravel Morrison for the midfield?
Bowser should be in the team. Bowser should be in the team.
He's not good enough.
Oh.
He was good. The word was. Past tense. Past tense. There you go.
So Bowser and Dixon
ready to the red.
So the man name more. No, name some more now. Name some more.
Alright. If we use Isaac Aiden good, him good for where my player. Casey Anderson, which part him know him from? The last coach.
Which part you know Anderson from?
Yes.
Not from over England, man. Playing at
Carla. And I'll give him to some of them play and I'll give him to the car. Coach come in. Yes, so we are trying to say Carla. Like you know, make no sense as a talk out here.
Right.
Talk so.
The player Waller Brown. Where you know Waller Brown from?
Oh, that Jamaica Premier League.
But you know what? You know they are Jamaica and they are England. So you know what? No Premier League.
Carla, the man say watch Warner Brown play. Warner Brown that top league go score that league.
So you say
Warner Brown sense in the talk, you know, the sense in nothing we are talking.
Well, I say Warner Brown shouldn't play now. What me I say is somebody pick the players for the coach.
Somebody don't pick the players for the coach, Carla.
The only time the coach pick the players are for the final 11. Them 23-man squad, nobody can convince me say coach no at least 20% of them the players.
You know,
Alright, you see like when Timo is a coach, he go around at the different games and he go the whole of Jamaica and he watch the game. This coach wasn't in Jamaica long enough to even watch the sunset. Apart from a game there.
So you have one, all right. Him never watch one. I only call it one local base player. Him say, when the midfielder angling, and him tell you say him like angling. So you say never see angling play.
But I would say, me can't know where it's from, but something
just you just say it a while ago.
No, hold on. Me don't want you to put me in a corner, right? But a lot of the players, the coach don't know them.
The lot of player like who? What kind of lot of player? You know how much local base player they did in the team? Come if you say they are going up.
No. What may I say is, anytime one coach come and pick in 26-man squad, we will have a better way to go to the World Cup.
All right,
I think Mr. Speid has the cojones to pick the team in an appropriate fashion. You know, if Mr. Speid is the long-term coach, I don't think team selection is going to be a problem.
Exactly, Carla. But then a rate speed, I'm gonna say speed at this, a speed at that. Then a rate speed. Only man a rate speed.
Hold on. As speed mess up Jamaica, so I think you can get it for coach. That's my opinion on it. So he will probably do better.
Fisherman, let me tell you, Fisherman. Fisherman, let me tell you, say.
When you see
Fisherman, let me tell you, say this man. That's what the man come out and say same thing.
Man are so delusional, you know, man. So them come up with some nonsense sometimes.
But you can't see it.
You know, a man mess up the team, make a team. Him no want the team qualify on the next coach. Him sabotage it. Team get it kind of know. So we are going to play off, and then we get the playoff, 2 playoff game, and try qualify if the team to get glory. That is your thing, don't.
Yes.
Now you know, so we don't go in a playoff. We don't reach the playoff part. So him sabotage it. That's him can get the playoff, the 2 playoff match them to play. You see,
he pick a team when was not really good. And pick the 26-man squad. Well, all right, so why never pick Ravel Morrison?
So to Ravel Morrison,
I will not know midfield. So and him know if one match we play, we don't have no midfield at all.
All right. The last question I'm going to ask you. 2 questions. It's true because Ravel Morrison never in the team. That's why the team not qualify if he World Cup.
No, if you mean that qualify or not qualify, we can't see that far.
I'm saying that, yes.
Answer your question.
Answer. You like female.
No, man, you talk to man.
Yes.
Hey, you may talk to no call nobody else.
Yes, there'll be a possibility so we'll win, yes.
You know, a possibility. Yes. A possibility that we won't qualify either, don't it?
A smaller, like 20%.
So
I feel like 80%, yes.
Oh, and so I just him never add to this. So if Ravel Morrison add to the squad now, you think we will qualify?
Yeah, we if Morrison had played before, would have more ball possession, and chances are would have more ball chances to go, and we would have probably win the game.
You see, me I talk to somebody else, and the next man I take over. Make him hear what the next man I say, kind of weird down away. I can't hear him.
How you know I hear him? How you know I hear him?
I say me not hearing him low.
I'm low.
Yeah, very very low.
Oh, really? Can you hear me?
Yes, you're low for sure, man.
I'm still low.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Anyway, me boss, you were talk with me. I say, can you say if Ravel? So it's just Ravel alone was the missing. The missing piece.
I think one could play with it in a I forgot what name. I think I want to have to run for in the AUE. But then I play over the 2 is a good midfielder. But they should have called and never called. I forgot him name. I'm up to them here in name.
I
forgot what the name.
So if them not call Ravel, if them call Ravel now, the possibility is 90% You put it about 90%, so we are qualified.
No, they have equally qualified midfielder that can call when agenda than Ravel. So either they not call Ravel, and they have a couple midfielder, new midfielder looking at right now. That's okay. I think the guy Brooks, is it Brooks?
Oh, midfield.
So Fisherman.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: do you think that if we had more possession, we had a better chance of scoring more goals?
If we have more possession.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have more possession. Yes, we have. Hold on. More possession, but have the possession where? That we can't have more possession. And get less chances. Eh?
Fisherman, you know, state so obvious things, bro. It's so obvious. Yes, nothing is a given in sports.
Try to be
But when
critical.
you do the right thing more often, you get the right results, Fisherman. Somebody talk like we don't know what you're talking about. You can't have more possession and not create no chance.
It
Those
doesn't matter
things
where.
are a given.
It doesn't matter where.
Yo, JR, you're so low.
I still low?
Yeah, low.
I'm very happy.
Issa, a team ever have more possession? You ever see team play in a tournament and have less possession and win more games than the team have more possession?
Yes, all the time. When Jamaica win, that happen 90% of the time.
Yo. Hey guys.
Yes,
sir. Let me answer that. Do you know the style of football game that Marino play?
Marino defense and his defense. Him start from the
back. Marino Marino will let you keep the ball. That's what Marino thrive off. Let you keep the ball. So you can't say where you ever say a team play and don't have the ball and win the game, because it happens several times. You watch it weeks in and weeks out that in the English Premier League. Manchester United knock the ball all game and a team just beat them by one.
And just demand them because this man is obsessed about the possession of the football. And I've watched several games. The team have less possession of the game and win. I see Japan was playing in the Women's World Cup, and the team of them beat 4, either 4 or 5. Have the football 70% and get 4 from Japan.
What you're not understanding, and this gentleman does bring up Mourinho, is what you do with the ball when you have it, Fisherman. And those people, they have a process.
That's why I'm asking you, what you do. You can't have possession of the football.
Not only that too. If you have the type of strikers that can latch onto those balls, control those balls, take down those balls, and bring other players in the game, you can play any type of game and win football, man.
True, man, because
perfect example. Perfect example, right? Brazil. One last Brazil win a World Cup. I mean, we know Brazil thrive off of that type of game.
World Cup 2002.
Yeah, but Brazil haven't been the same Brazil since. And Brazil is a team that put the ball down and knock it and use skill and all these type of things. Now, like the players that you got, if the players complement the type of game where you go play, you can't win with anything you play, man. Trust me.
Everybody knows that, bro. But when Jamaica play, bro, they're not playing like a football them a play, bro. They're not playing like a football them a play.
The girls can play better than them, right?
May I agree with that. May I agree, so we're not playing like we're playing football, but it all come back to what Mr. Bridget, the fundament, we're lacking the fundament.
All right, why you think Jamaica play long ball? Because they want to bypass the midfield because they don't have the midfield players to play the ball
Because
properly.
we don't have midfield capable of
So
linking up the
so
players
why
properly.
so why we don't have the midfield? Because they're not picking the right squad.
Yo, no, Virgin, let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, finding a good midfielder is like finding a needle in a haystack nowadays. Trust me.
So how come the rest of the team find it?
So these gentlemen who talking about
Perfect example. Perfect
Ravel
example.
Morrison.
Perfect example. Perfect example. Have you since Whitmore? Have you ever seen another midfielder like Whitmore since Whitmore? And don't tell me Jermaine, because Jermaine
No
was
man, they
great.
won't tell you Ravel Morrison. Ravel they won't tell you.
No, well, all right, listen. All right. The best chance of having somebody in the midfield that's gonna go for the ball and probably make two good true passes, Ravel Morrison. So I can agree with what they're saying, but I don't think Ravel is the answer either. I don't think Ravel Morrison gonna cut it for me.
But what I wanna ask, Ravel Morrison did in the national team, and somebody tell me when Ravel was playing, which team we used to outpossess? Which team we used to outpossess when Ravel Morrison was leading the midfield?
Listen, man, remember,
All right.
you know, at the time when Robert Morrison was playing, we didn't have any kind of forward, you know. We had a lot of midfield.
The gentleman was speaking something wrong with the phone, man. Nobody can hear you, big man.
Hey, I'm calling back. Oh, that's
I'm up on call, but something wrong with the phone, boss.
So the best, believe it or not, one of the best me was a Jamaican midfielders, like, and that Whitmore, even though me never respect Whitmore coaching skills still, but Mike, that's the last time I see Jamaica play like a ball in the midfield and look like something.
Because the thing, me boss, what me can't understand, with the Ravel Morrison issue, the thing what me not understand. When Ravel was there, we did still have the issue with the midfield. That my thing, we still have the problem with the midfield.
Yeah,
and
but
people,
Hold on, let me ask you a question before you say anything. You have different type of midfield. You have attacking midfield, I have defensive midfield. So if he is attacking midfield and you don't have the defensive midfield, so you have a problem. He can't play the two positions.
No,
he can't every place at the same time.
Listen where I go on the Jamaica side. This is where I go on the Jamaica side. No matter how good Ravel is, it's not gonna happen. Part of it is because we don't move. Our team pass the ball and stand up and wait for the ball. And that's not how football play. You have to be constantly moving. You understand what I'm saying? If you notice, anytime you play against other teams, name the Mexican team, them right? Or them knock the ball around me, boom, simple textbook thing. Them set up a little triangular thing they run to play them and knock it around and move. We don't do them thing that we pass the ball and stand up and wait for it. And that's a football play, Bridget. Especially in today's game. That is our biggest problem. We not have no great midfield. We just need to move. I say when we pass the ball, we need to make ourselves available back feet. Right? And we need to know so we can be as important and off the ball as we can be on the ball. Meaning, right? When you play a certain role, you have to know, so listen, you're gonna have a player mark, and that generally that player they play the same role as you. Maybe you play right, maybe you play right, say you play right link. The other team opponent that play left link. So you and him basically play the same position. And his job is to mark you, your job is to take him on. See? Our thing is we don't know that off the ball we can move, create spaces for other players make run. I've been constantly saying this is one of Jamaica's biggest problem. This is why I don't like so much like Whisper, not so much like Lee and Bailey. Because them want the ball, right? And off the ball, them offer nothing to the game. Lee and Bailey, Cephas, Whisper, off the ball, them offer nothing to the game. When they have the ball, them can do a thing. Don't get me wrong. When they have the ball, they will do a thing. If you give them space, they won't hurt you. But off the ball, when they are marked tightly, right? Then them can't do nothing. Because they don't have no off the ball movement. They don't realize, say, listen, when two man a mark me, all me have to do sometime I just moving. Me push out wide or coming at the middle and take the two player with me and left space on the field for my players come through.
See, last game Jamaica play, we wouldn't never start CFAS. I put on CFAS like 48 minutes or 5 minutes after the
You were saying that before the game or after the game?
All right, well you are one.
Before the game you would play, we wouldn't start CFAS. I wait until the next side tired because we have to win.
But you are one. Somebody in this group loves CFAS. Because I'm saying CFAS score only per goal. CFAS is our best player. Right? But if I realize that we sacrifice a lot for CFAS, be like that. The team sacrifice a lot for CFAS have that space that he has.
Man, come to the front of the class and you must talk. Listen what I say. Listen what I say.
Ain't quiet, man.
Yeah, listen.
For real, but I wouldn't have started CFAS. I would have bring on CFAS either 5 minutes before the first half done or 5 minutes after the first half start.
The thing is,
because the team will have too tired. The team will have too tired.
On site, when the game.
No, from before the game. Before the game start, me say that. But I bring on CFAS.
When we was picking up a starting 11, I didn't have CFAS in my team, in my starting 11, I picked Gray to start over on that side. I agree
with that start over on the left side.
I didn't pick him when
brother. Hold on, man. You know what? Say I wouldn't even start Gray because Gray been cool over on the left side lately. Brother.
No, Gray haven't been playing on the left side. Gray have been playing in the middle. Gray have been starting in the middle. I see if I start on the left. So and that Gray don't play good in the middle. Play good on the left wing.
Listen, this one me not gonna really argue it. I'm not really disputing it because me don't know, but me personally wouldn't start Gray either.
Who you start?
Gray on the left wing. Gray on the left wing.
If I tell you, I'd be lying.
Oh, you never have nobody.
If I tell you, listen. I probably would do something. I probably would do something out of the box, Bridget. I would probably go with somebody with a little more trickery. Because I think the players who will just fast and continue are easy to read.
We talking.
You know why we start CFAS? Because the team watch the game and watch and they know what CFAS bring. So they already.
Yeah, but if you're not going to start CFAS, if you're not start CFAS, you must have somebody where you decide you that start with.
Let's start Gray. Because Gray do good on the left wing, and Gray has been doing good on the left wing. It's when they put Gray in the middle. Gray have a problem. Have enough space to go left because CFAS over there already. If they did allow Gray to stay up on the left wing, Jamaica will do way better and wouldn't have this problem right about now.
I prefer Tyrese Campbell. I prefer Tyrese Campbell. Tyrese Campbell give 2-dimensional game.
But Tyrese Campbell on the right wing.
No. I start.
You see the same thing when
my left wing I start.
You see the same thing because my left wing everybody have a different side. Can you see?
Well, my left wing I start. I use the Ephraim Clark. Even the Ephraim Clark in my wing I start in that game.
Okay. Well, me start Gray over there. I start next bit up on the right wing. And second half, we bring on CFAS. Either 5 minutes before the game, before the half done, or 5 minutes after the game start. Either one.
You see, the fact is still, big man. It hard for your coach, We don't know the position, so we watch a game and we come back and we talk something. All right, CFAS playing at the last game before the last game at the stadium. He play against Trinidad. Him scored the one and only goal in the game. You tell a coach, it's kind of hard to tell a coach coming in at the last game now and say you're not starting the man who scored the last goal for you. It won't be hard, So you tell a coach say, boy, so me not start that, brother. You start somebody else.
but a coach would have watch games at the team where I got oppose you, and you know what the man them capable of. You know that second half is gonna be your chance to win the game because this game I will go finish 2-1 or 1-0 or 0 or 1-0. It'll be a very tight competition. So if the man them tired in the second half, then you have to bring on your faster player them because they can't keep up with FIFA second half, you know. But first half, everybody can keep up with him. Everybody fresh. CFA's not that good if he can cross ball properly and all of that. CFA's just good enough that he will be 3 player and score. But he's not a team player where we cut back the ball and spot one line player and put the ball on his chest or on his head. CFA's is not that player. But CFA's we cut in and score. Or one of the players will score off a rebound or something like that with CFA's. So that's why me that bring him in that second.
That's why we watch the game, you know, and the spectator and the coach, you know, because you see how much somebody said they wouldn't start CFA's and a man say, boy, you wouldn't start him, but he never really have the player where him did not put in the position. You say you would have put Green at the position. Me say would have put Green at the position too. And next man say would have put Tyrese Campbell in at the position. That's why me telling you, say if we have 10 away the pan here, so we say near my 11.
But Fisherman, from a realistic point of view, still Fisherman, Ephraim Mason Clark and more desirable option for me left wing because Ephraim give both game defensive, he attack and he'll come back on defense.
Who?
Ephraim Mason Clark. Listen to me now,
no, oh, you talk about new players now?
Yes.
You talk about them coming on team now?
He would have start. You know why?
You're talking upcoming game.
Yeah.
We're talking.
Yeah.
No, we don't talk about game we pass, man.
Okay. But
a game we pass them attack.
He would have started. You know why would have start him? Him in the farm, in team win night championship right now. And in the on a piece of farm must score goals and get game time. I remember
I'm playing for Coventry, you know?
Yes.
We just look if it's a Greenwood this trip. We don't hear nobody talk about him again, you know. Greenwood.
Stop Greenwood thing, man. And talk about somebody. Talk about something more realistic and talk about Greenwood. We are talking about a player where them say are coming at the team. We are talking about Greenwood. Talk about Greenwood now.
Suppose Greenwood come, what you say?
No, suppose nothing, man. You're not going to see that, man. Stop cut your phone. Talk about Greenwood. Man, I talk about Mason Clark, you're going to Greenwood. That man when them talk about, most like it seems like this man are coming at the team. Me see him in the match. Me see him play for Coventry. See him look like he's a brother. We look good. He's a left foot, natural left footer, and him is a man look like him will dismiss you and strike ball in your net still. Him look good. I don't tell no lie. So if him come and complete, me don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, boy. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I wish them all the best still. I'm hoping pick a good 26 man, and I hope he not left for Bailey because him and Craig Butler can't take tea. And
why you not always come up with them? Why not? That me can't understand it, you know.
I just want him to pick the right 26 man squad. I think he's a 26 man squad. So I say I hope he pick Leon Bailey because Leon Bailey fit pick Leon Bailey.
Suppose he not pick Whisper. What you say?
If you not pick Whisper, you not pick Whisper, but me don't like to see him pick with Leon Bailey.
If he not pick Whisper, if he not pick Whisper, a Craig Butler. Pick Whisper, him pick Bailey, but he not pick Whisper. You don't think I will fight him a fight?
No,
you don't think I fight him a fight Whisper?
Him pick one outside too.
Oh, so if him pick one, that means he not fight Whisper then?
He might pick the right 26 man squad.
Oh, so that means you have Whisper in our squad then? You don't have Whisper in our squad then?
No, I like Whisper, honestly, I like Whisper, and once he get back really fit, I think he will do good, and he's young and he's strong.
No, I'm talking about now, the two matches them where we have to play.
I haven't seen Whisper in a while play in club. I never say really game with him, so I don't know how fit him is or how.
Alright. So you say,
accuracy still is.
and the fight against thing I try to get to, you know. So if him don't pick Whisper, that mean, and him pick Bailey, that mean him now fight against Whisper. He now fight against Craig Butler player them. You don't think Whisper will make the team right now?
No. You ask a question about fight against different from who to go in our team. Yes, Whisper can go in our team and Bailey can go in our team. I have a problem with that.
So you think Whisper deserves to go in at it? If him a call up a squad, right? They call up a squad, you feel so Whisper deserves to in at the squad?
You hear me say I haven't seen Whisper play in a minute apart from winning the play for Jamaica in the last match. So I don't know if he in.
Which club him a play for now? You know which club him a play for now?
I know say I loan him out in original club at Chelsea, but he not play for Chelsea no more. He a play for a different club.
Oh.
I mean on loan, so I don't know how much game I play for the other club where on loan for. If him play
him not get no game. Him come on in I think it's 2 games and him not get no game from that. Him did name he never name in a squad last week, but he must name in the squad yesterday, but he didn't get no game. So like me I tell you them something, them no score no goal, him not get no game. So you think him fit in the squad?
No. Not per merit, no.
Alright.
No. Me think they have players where get more game and do way better will deserve a chance over him.
Oh. Alright.
So that's my honest opinion. No man can't beat me over that.
Yeah, well, the fight against thing, I'm tired of hearing with them something still.
No man, I mean I think when him if we get no game neither him play Mexico I think
Nicholson,
yeah, me feel say in did good.
Bowser Nicholson.
Yeah, me feel say in did good. Did I was.
Well,
so we need somebody like present tense, you know.
Well, me agree with you now. But the last up in with the qualifier when me hear you talk, same shouldn't him Bowser this deserving space in the last qualifier. Because Bowser is the leading goal scorer in the team, in the campaign. So I don't see why a man that say Bowser should. No, me not thinking for the team now. Him not feel like
team. What you say about Low?
Oh, Low?
Yeah, Low, yeah man.
No, well me have a bias in Low, you know. Low have in my team every day. You mean? So me have bring Low.
Listen. Me not mean for cut the man them off. See, you see if the man them off come in our group and talk about football and want Jamaica be successful. We can't talk about Low. You see me I say? We have to stop.
We can't talk about who?
We can't talk about Low. Low is garbage, brother. Straight garbage.
Well, that is your opinion.
And my opinion. I fact, man.
I want to tell you this. You see, Low, he may not be the best player now, but he's the one we want Jamaica to win the most. He's the most man who you can.
And him can help Jamaica. Low time is up. And I don't want to see Low in a Jamaica team. As long as we have Low in Jamaica team.
That is you. That's why I tell you, say everybody have their own.
But if
that's why I tell you a while ago, when I say name a 22, 26 man squad and every man, if you pick the best team, the right team, I'm say,
right. So you want to tell me you pick the best team and you put Low in the best team?
Yeah.
And you're just as bad.
So name some player where you're not picking at your best.
You're worse than the manager them. Nothing.
Look here, man. Me say that pick Low. And you say you don't pick. So me say name somebody defender them where you're not pick.
Listen. Somehow we have football IQ, right? It doesn't mean listen up. You know mean so we have a pick. You know mean so we have to know the best player we fit. See?
You not pick Pinnock.
Huh?
You pick Pinnock?
Mother pick him over low. Can't tell you that.
Well, let me tell you this. If me right now I pick the team, I'm if I pick one out of them two man, if it save my life, allow me I pick.
Then that's why he's not a coach.
Then that's why he's not a coach neither.
That's why you can't say me a coach.
We are spectator, you know. We are spectator. So we come here and we give the opinion.
Me are more than a spectator.
We give the opinion here. When the coach call up the team and you see low in a way, you say the coach and a non-coach.
Listen.
And that me I say listen. Answer me now.
Listen,
you see the 20 man, 26 man squad and you see low in it. Where you say the coach and a non-coach.
Then me I got tell you say a joke thing.
So tell me your 26 man squad then.
At the end of the day, none of we is not. We come here
Virgin,
and we talk.
Me not name a squad, Virgin. Me just tell people what I'm supposed
to man say if Ravel in
what about Dixon?
We are going to lose. And next man out tell us bullshit. That's why none of we are not coach. That's why we are not coach. We are going to
what about Dixon? What about Dixon?
Me not think Dixon to make the team.
What about Brown, man?
So hold on. So all right. Me might agree with you on that, but yeah, all right. Well, answer me this question. What are Dixon and Lou Ocean play better in the Unity Cup?
Dixon.
So why you that choose Lou over Dixon? That's what me try to tell you the dumbest thing. Even though two different positions. You know me feel like.
But you want to play a Unity Cup? Come on, you want to play a Unity Cup?
Load over injury, man.
Listen what me I gotta tell you. Right?
So me don't know.
Anybody say low.
That's why I never answer off the bat. Listen, because me try remember but low never in a unit.
Brother, no listen. Me say anybody was said low in a Jamaica side, them not drink rum, them a smoke rum.
And the thing, you know, we have consistency, you know, and look at team together. Alo has been there for about 12 years now, 10, 12 years, like him.
Listen, Bregin,
him the captain.
You know one of the worst defender me ever see Jamaica have in my life.
One time here you come and call out some player where you say at the worst, you ever see, you know.
Then a truth, brother. You want me to tell you, right?
That is your truth. That is your truth. That's truth. You make it sound like say, everything when you talk are facts.
No, everything. Everything we talk are facts.
That is your truth.
Yeah, all right, you know what is
tell me that Seedorf a better footballer than Maradona. That means
that's what me think. That's my opinion.
That is your opinion.
Who said that?
Me said that.
That what you say?
Clown for say that.
Me said that.
Maradona.
Let me ask you a question. Take away the World Cup. Take away the World Cup.
The man say,
let me ask you a question.
You cannot take away nothing from a player. Why the two of them have the chance to do something?
Take away the World Cup.
Nonsense. Stop talking nonsense.
Take away the World Cup and who have the best club career.
Take away
the World Cup.
Go take away the World Cup.
Then if you account the World Cup, if you account the World Cup, you know, we can't say Cristiano Ronaldo one of the greatest guy. Kind of win the World Cup.
The man say, we're talking about the man them all around football. The man them skill, talent, and everything with them up. You say the man better than
that's my opinion.
He's better than Ronaldinho.
That's one of the best footballer I've ever seen. Listen.
So
that's one of the best midfielder. This one me I say. This one me I tell you. And you can draw your own opinion now. From day one, everybody favorite was Pele and Maradona. Them man are the first man to move the clock. You see me I say? That's why people talk about them so much. But there's so much player will come to me better than them, brother. So even say yes, them are the first man them will do it where the world know about. But they're not the best player. See? And anybody say them are the best player, no know nothing about football.
This time I'm trying to tell you. Feel your truth.
We know better than Maradona.
Brother, I know my truth. I know my brother. I know my brother. I know my truth. I know my truth.
Then how for truth?
A fact.
Wait, fact.
Listen. Brother, me can't read the football. Me can't read. So Maradona better than Cristiano Ronaldo.
You are the first.
May I ask you, Maradona better than Cristiano Ronaldo?
Come here.
Question. Maradona better than Cristiano Ronaldo?
Seedorf better than Maradona.
Let me ask that question. Is Maradona? You
ever hear?
Let me ask that question.
Listen, me man.
Brother, me not care what nobody say. Me watch football and come to my.
Do you ever?
Listen, brother.
Listen, let me ask you something, man. Can you ask every? Do you ever see the
question, brother? You know.
Listen,
brother. You have.
No.
Answer the question first, man.
Me say Cristiano Ronaldo better than Maradona.
Me say better than Maradona. Me say that. And it's not the favorite player. And it's not the favorite player. Me not even like him. But me, I tell you. When me see them youth do, surpass Maradona do.
I say to you,
Maradona do one good thing when he run through.
Oh man. If you put a part in the world,
brother, you know I get me for so what you say, you know. Cause me I tell you Maradona is not the best player in the world. Maradona is far from the best player.
Alright. You come up, you say see now. You try to move from your
determine.
You say see now.
Cristiano is surpassing Maradona on all levels, every level.
All right. Okay. With that being said, I am telling you, Seedorf was way dynamic more than any player you see in the world of football. So, Maradona is better than him.
Yeah, but the thing is, but it's true. I wouldn't say when you gotta look at it in this era of. I don't think them players. I don't think them players understand the potential back then compared to now. Like a Cristiano. Cristiano understands it. He gets it. He's a world icon. These players, they were probably there, but not really. Cristiano, surpassed his potential. Not only on the field, but also with his body, with his nutrition.
Determine. Maradona and Pele was great. Pele are my favorite icon over Maradona. See?
Hey, nobody else on the program.
Yeah, you hear me? Pele.
Even Timothy Williams better than Seedorf.
Pele,
nobody better than Seedorf right now.
You need to sit down on the program and discuss with them.
Where the first African ball what is doing?
Seedorf come from Suriname, brother.
Where's from Liberia? I played.
Where's from Liberia? Where's the forward? Seedorf play midfield. Seedorf play everywhere on the field. Defensive midfield, attacking midfield. Anywhere you put the man.
The buff teeth.
Him not play that good.
That's the only place in play.
The guy from Brazil who had the buff teeth when they go to jail. Yo, I mean, if you sound like best player ever.
Yo, let me ask you a question. Did you know Seedorf even leave when he towards the end playing career? Him left and go Brazil, go win 2 titles down in Brazil. Did you know that? With Sao Paulo, did you know that? Look it up.
We bring Maradona, we bring Messi, me love man, the same buff teeth.
Yo, Mayo, we not take on a man greatness in a Mayo, but if you look and say Maradona better than
You didn't know say after what do you name from Donga Tevez? You didn't know say after Tevez left for Man City?
Yeah.
And where did he go again? Man City. But after I left, I think Man City, saying go down Brazil go win title.
Yeah. But just show it, but Tevez do it as a younger player when Clarence do it, Clarence well in 30s.
And after
Listen,
youth,
brother, let me tell you something. Let me tell you
you
something
know,
about
say
football.
after where the brother the next brother your name, man, from Argentina to man. One Michail away, man. You know, say after I left
Riquelme.
Riquelme.
But
After I left Villarreal, you know, he go back down and Boca go win
remember,
title.
but
You know that.
Riquelme was a star of Argentina before he leave.
You know,
Riquelme and youth named D'Alessandro. You remember D'Alessandro?
he left back from Villarreal and go back down a Boca go win title, you know.
Yeah.
You remember, you know that?
Brother, listen me I try to tell you, say. Me not care what uno want say. Me just tell you, say, in the world of football, we have to talk fair. Pele, to me, first two stars. Well, on man, but Pele and Maradona was before them. Pele and Maradona first start fill up stadium. Yeah, them and they are. So that's why people say them are the greatest. But when you look at them, you that's them. You take it out of context, brother. What me I tell you, say Pele and Maradona was the first two star then. If I say you want me put it.
Big man, you want to win star in football. Win a star.
No, I want a star, but all right. Let me ask you a question. From the days of Pele.
You're from Baking Bar.
Yeah, hold on, brother. We know. But when people talk about football, two man them talk about Pele and Maradona.
The reason why them talk about them is what them did. What them did when them take the football, when them have the football.
But me I tell a man come surpass them. Pele and my God, you know, brother. So me not talk about. Me not say them greatness will take away. But man come do some things, brother.
With this thing here about Seedorf better than Maradona.
Seedorf are the best player me. Are the best, brother. Are the best player me. Listen, I want the best player me. Listen, I want the best player me ever see football.
And if you sit down and say you are the best player ever see football, that means I watch no football.
Me, all right. So me ask you a question. So when Rio Ferdinand, when Rio Ferdinand say it,
Rio Ferdinand, you never understand the context of the man attack. You just put it on a team and say
listen. Well, you know what? All right. If you Google it, them tell us that if they Google it, no, them tell us that the man is widely regarded as the greatest midfielder of his generation. If you Google it, Google it. That's what it say.
Then if him say his generation, all right. Him put his same man great, arguably greatest at his generation. Him and Maradona no play no.
I'm gonna show you a certain thing. About football. Give me a chance to land this. Give me a chance to land, brother. Let me tell you something. Give me a chance to land. I'm gonna show you now how uno stay. You see football. If you come from if you come from Brazil or Argentina, right? You have a heads up on everybody. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho. What age Ronaldinho win his first Champions League? What age current Seedorf win his first Champions League? Current Seedorf win his first Champions League as a teenager, younger than Ronaldinho with Ajax. See? As a star player. He was the first player and only player to win 3 different Champions League with 3 different clubs. 4 total. If that's not greatness, we don't know we're not greatness, brother.
And that make him better than.
Alright, so what make Maradona? Better than him? What make Maradona better than him? You tell me what make Maradona better than him.
That means I want to the rest of so anybody.
Brother, tell me what make Maradona better than him. Tell me what you say Maradona better than him. Tell me what make Maradona. Tell me why me think.
Well, I don't want to give nobody else no talk, big man. You have man out there, no. We win. You have man out there. We win 2 Champions League, 2 Champions League, So what you say? So I then win more Champions League than Ronaldinho and And Maradona, that
Brother,
makes them better than
brother,
Maradona.
the man,
Better than Messi.
the man as
Better
a
than
star player, the man
Crap.
win 3 Champions League with 3 different
There's
clubs.
no football in pundit to talk about football and tell you say Seed off better than
Oh,
Maradona.
so any pundits? So you listen to pundits? So you listen to pundits?
Crap.
Alright, so let me ask you a question. Who are the youngest best player now? What about Lamin? No, like him. You don't think he must go
It's between Yamal and the youth where they are Bayern Munich. Musiala. Them two youth, them like. Me not say other player better than them. Cause everybody, again, it's everybody opinion. See? Me like Yamal. Me like Musiala. Me like, tell you what else me like.
Nobody from Jamaica?
Somebody, the only, if you go to ask somebody else about, go there with a poll ask about guarantee that people would have say, who you say a while ago? We are that.
But that's what me I try to tell the bias in a football. Me personally think that because in black.
Champions.
Me personally think. Listen, you know, listen, me brother. Me personally think from day one, if you're black, me not say black player not excel enough. But if you not come from Brazil, but you know, hear me I say there's always a bias when you come on to Brazil, brother.
You come up with this black nonsense, man. Never something.
Brother, I feel like Seedorf was not. The reason why Seedorf is not bigger than he is, he was not marketable like the Ronaldinho. He not sell shirt and all them things like Ronaldinho and them man there. Because that man do everything in a football.
Me in at the same time, me read when you over Seedorf. Give me him every day. Name.
Then who you rate, brother? And who you rate, brother? Who you rate, you know?
The Ras we wear the glasses.
David was a total different type of player. David was a rugged player. David was a total different type of player. David was not creative player. David was not creative player. David was a David did the dirty work on the field. David did the dirty work on the field.
But he create him the dirty work.
No, Seedorf was listen. Seedorf a man who score goal. Very creative. And him full of skill.
The last in a football game, the boss. The man no last in a football game.
Brother, it's too different. Brother, it's too different.
The man European Championship, the man
me can't talk to you. Me can't talk to people. Me can't talk to people come here. Listen, the facts is there, brother. The facts is there. The glory is there, brother.
Take with them. You play you play Euro. You play World Cup. You lost in them thing there, and you tell me if you take them out of it and just put in club career in it.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. One of the most respected players in the world is Van Basten. Last in the World Cup same way. And him, when them talk, what do you mean? We can't talk football with you. We can't talk football with you because Van Basten known as one of the greatest. When them talk about Van Basten, them
when you put them in some bottom tier when you come up with some and name you how much player.
Brother,
you start new players.
Brother,
them man don't fall lower down in one group.
Who?
Them man in the top group, big man.
Can't talk football with you. I think you understand football. You talk football based on you talk football based on let me tell you talk football. You talk football based on who you like.
You talk football, you want to cut out some of the man and play, and put it to you and put a man in a group. You take away some of the man.
Watch me, brother. Me I go say this. Me I go say this. I me stand on this. Me I go say this. I me stand. Me I go say me stand. Listen up. Me I go say this. I me stand on this. Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, Clarence
And
Seedorf
I'm
a
guarantee you say,
better player than Maradona. I'm
hey,
stand
let
on
me
that.
give you
You can't
something.
say what
See
you
them
want.
players, you know. You want to say Clarence
Brother, we
Seedorf
not
are
gonna have
the
that
best
conversation.
player
Brother, we not
ever.
gonna get nowhere with that conversation
That is what
because
you
you
want to
have
do,
your
you
own
know.
opinion.
That's why you are putting them some other player.
Listen,
You think? Let me ask you
yo,
something.
my brother, Mr. Maradona, me tell
See
you, me
that?
know, me tell you,
All
me tell
right,
you, me know, people bias.
see
Me
that?
tell,
Better than Lionel Messi.
of course, uh, it tie.
It's what I tell you. That's the thing you want to do, you know.
Me not gonna argue. No, you notice, all right, you see, all right, you see how fair me is, me back up when I say that, 'cause it tied, to me, it tied.
Back up. You say yes first, and then you draw back because
No,
the thing,
me I got
know what
job
you
back.
do. I know what you're doing, you know.
But listen,
See that
but
you are the greatest player ever to play the game. That
that's
is
what
what you want to do.
me not say that.
That is
Me
you.
not say that
That
because
is what
Pele,
you want to say.
listen, Pele is my God. Me tell you that already. Pele is my God. Me tell you that already.
Kelly, I can't hear glad and you say FIFA. See, I'll see that better than him. Stop chat. And what you
Me
talk
just see
about?
that. Me just see that better than Pele.
Then what you say? You know, say the man they come to them time.
My
I know
youth,
say
me
you say.
say, my youth, say either is a liar or something. Me tell you, say,
Jesus
me
Christ.
personally tell you, say, the argument was Seedorf was better than Maradona.
Big
Now come
man.
talk that.
You come up. Now the
And then me
argument
go back
is
and me tell you, say, the only reason people really say Maradona and Pele are the greatest is because them rule the era where them playing. And them was the first two footballer to me were full stadium of
So
people.
let me ask you again. Who are the greatest footballer? Who is the greatest footballer you ever seen?
All right. So me could put it in a two tier. See? We could put Pele in our class to himself. Let's put Pele as a founding father then.
Big man, me not put no Pele on no phone in nothing. Pele no phone football.
Him
Me
not found
ask you
football.
again.
Him not found football,
Who are
but
the
because
greatest
listen,
footballer
man,
you
brother,
ever seen?
what I'm to you, man. Give me a chance, brother. Me put Pele in a found his fathers. Cause if you're looking at Pele them time, seeing certain rule when even at the game back then in a game, even at Maradona time, certain rule when in a game, not in the game now. Let me tell you how me know say me can rate Maradona as the greatest football. Me see Maradona and score a ball of and them call it hands of God and them say the man is greatest thing for score a illegal goal. That's why me can never rate Maradona.
And that's why they rate Maradona to score the ball in the hand.
My youth, all know man I talk about hands of God. Me no say that's why them rate him. But that's one a big thing everybody talk about. Hands
So
of
me
God,
say,
hands of God.
if a man
Anyway.
score a ball, you ever watch football? So any
Yo,
ball
may
I'm
I continue
scoring,
that
any ball
conversation.
I'm
Yo, may I
score a
continue that
ball.
conversation later because I want my woman beat me up. So me have to cut it.
All right, man.
Ah.
Yo.
All right. Good night.